Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. Welcome back to Coffee Talk 2. I'm once again joined by my lovely friend, SinCama.
That's me.
How are you feeling today?
I am feeling at peace. I'm feeling that we are at perhaps the end of our road here. We see a light at the end of the tunnel, and she's wearing green hair and very slutty clothes, apparently.
No way. It sounds like you're ready to go.
Yes, I'm still shooting that shot here, or I'm doing the Babe Ruth, and I'm saying Freya will show up.
Freya's
Whatever
gonna show up.
the last day is.
Oh, I found out an interesting factoid the other day. Would you like to hear it?
Do it.
Apparently the original writer of Coffee Talk, whose name escapes me, I can see his name on my poster, but I can't quite read it because I'm blind. But however, he, as you know, he passed away before the game came out, and it was quite sad because he has made a lot of cool games that I was very interested in. And I found out after the fact that the Coffee Talk 2 team did an interview with, I think it was Gematsu or Rock Paper Shotgun, whatever. And apparently, after he helped finish the first game, he left the company on good terms, and he just wanted to do his own thing. And to make the story of Coffee Talk 2, they actually hired the writers of the Coffee Talk comic that it's in the original Coffee Talk, and you could read it as in the extras menu. And they also published them on Twitter. And I believe those are the only two places that you can see them. Nice. And they got some people to, write a little short story about like, hey, what's going on before everyone wanders into the coffee shop. And so they hired those people to write the story of Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. So even though the creator passing is incredibly sad, it's interesting to know that his passing didn't really affect the writing of the game, which I thought it would have, but apparently no, the comic writers have been on it from the start, so the story is consistent throughout the entire run. So I thought that was cool.
That is nice. Thank you for this factoid.
No problem. Enough trivia for today. Let's get going.
Where are we today? Once we load in all these graphics, it's worse than running Crisis.
The Evening Whispers, free of charge. Sunday, October 1st, 2023.
October.
In today's headlines, vegan food on the rise. Gnome diet popular amongst young adults. Ooh. I had a salad yesterday. Pretty keen-o.
It's got like mushrooms from the looks of it. Maybe some kind of nut. Some lettuce.
Maybe a bean.
Could be a mixture of beans and nuts. So I see the indent in there that is characteristic of like a sliced peanut or something.
In other headlines, box office movie High Weapon hits astonishing $2 billion worldwide. And finally, in today's headlines, what Generation Z really wants. An independent survey.
Do they want the independent survey?
Maybe.
Do they want 2 billion worldwide? Because the Flash ain't getting that.
Let's check our phone. Georgie seems his arc is quite finished.
Ghost.
Favorite things: funny cop movies, non-dairy cakes, dislikes ghosts.
Gonna shit himself.
Trying to be a good dad. Yeah.
Gala.
Seems like we finished Gala's arc. Metal Maiden. Full Metal Jarhead. Trying to heal myself by helping other people heal. Wonderful.
He's a good bean.
Stories. Whoa. Whatever, Lucas. I'm guessing Myrtle took this picture. Because they're just roommates,
Super Brawl Pals 2.
Look what Myrtleish did, sneakily taking my super serious gaming face while playing Super Brawl Pals 2.
Look at her gaming face.
Extra adorable. Aqua's a gamer.
Gamers.
We had a break in the office and just played board games for hours. It was fun. I like Myrtle's Tomodachi posts. They're very normal. They seem like the kind of posts I would make personally. Today's cutoff time, 1 o'clock. No night shift.
Lucas
Liked by
likes
Lucas. Wonder, interesting. Alright. Seems to be good.
Whomst.
I knew it. Barista! Barista! Miss Rachel? Oops. Sorry. I'm just really excited. I've done it, barista. Congratulations. Done what? The music I'm making with AJ. I told you about it last time. Remember? Oh, yeah, you did. I brought it with me. Check it out, will you? Really? Okay. Are you sure we can play it? What about NDAs and stuff? Come on, you silly. We're the only ones here anyway. And didn't she make it? She has the rights to it, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sure there's other issues with licensee or publisher or whatever, what have you.
She's not playing on the radio, so I don't know. It'll be fine. I mean, the direction has already changed a lot, so... Oh? Never mind that. Let's just play it quick. What do you think? Kinda dancey. I like it.
Can you check the album cover?
Sure. Sweetheart Latte, Aramy and Neckelchill. Cute. What do you think? I was inspired by the drink you gave me. Sweetheart Latte, wasn't it? That's right.
Do you get royalties?
You composed the melodies? With Aramy, yeah. So, like, I know with a name like Sweetheart Latte, you'd expect something a little more fun sounding, right? But hearing how you made the drink reminded me of something. Like a new love beginning, or thinking about your crush. The sourness of anxiety and the sweetness of a promise. There are lots of steps to keep the delicate balance going until you get to the point where you decide to confess. I think I see where you're going with this. Her sentence kind of confused me a bit, but I'm with her.
Yeah, you're tripping up a lot like this was Brawl.
I'm doing my best, but yeah, I couldn't quite understand the direction of what she was saying. Yeah, just like the drink, right? It needs the perfect balance of ingredients and temperature to mix properly, doesn't it? Or it would curdle, yes. Hehe. That's a really interesting take on the name. There's just one thing I'm wondering about. What is it? If this is supposed to be your new single, wouldn't everyone expect to hear your voice? I know, but I'm planning something. You'll see. How are you, by the way, barista? Just fine. Business as usual. Wait, I almost forgot. Did Dad come here last night?
Don't tell
Hendry?
her. Don't tell her.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
No.
He was meeting up with Mr. Gala, actually. Okay, that's good to know. Why do you ask? He didn't reply to my text last night. so I'd wondered what he was doing. Ah, I see. Do you two not see each other often? What do you mean? I just saw him this morning. We still live under the same roof after all. Oh, what a surprise. I thought you'd have been raring to move out by the time you turned 21. Well, you're not wrong in thinking that. But Dad's getting older, you know? He's becoming forgetful, too. So I'm a little bit worried. Understandable. Besides, we don't really have anyone else, you know? None of our extended family even lives in the States. So, as much as he's been a nag my whole life, I feel like I should watch over him. For now. Right. Oh, hello. Welcome. Good evening to you, Miss Riona. Hey, Riona. Fancy meeting you here.
Hello.
How are you?
Sorry, it's just a second.
Alright.
No.
Huh? Is she alright? I'm not sure. Oh well, I'll just get a drink first. Right. What would you like? I'll have a cup of milk, please. Just milk?
Cheers.
Just milk.
Wow. What are you even processing?
It's probably steamed milk. Here you go. A cup of warm milk. See? Steamed. Thank you. What's up? Oh, nothing. Just remember something. But it's nothing special, so don't worry about it.
Cool.
Miss, are you alright?
No. I think I'm sad.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. What's wrong? That's right, Riona. What's wrong?
Extended animations. I've been doing a lot of thinking.
About what?
About my situation. Have you ever felt like something you've been doing your whole life might be a mistake?
What makes you think that, miss?
My apologies. I did not mean to be so dramatic. Would you two mind listening to my scattered thoughts?
Of course! Let it all out. Miss Rachel's right. Feel free.
After listening to the experiences you and Mr. Lucas had, along with my conversations with barista and the regulars of this coffee shop, I've gradually realized over the past week that I'm severely lacking in awareness about many things.
Huh?
And what makes it more troubling is it is likely that my ignorance was on purpose.
Ignorance? On purpose? What do you mean?
Miss Rachel, the position you hold today is a result of your efforts and tenacity. You honed your talent, but you did not shirk from taking risks in order to succeed. Your knowledge of the industry has enabled you to successfully navigate it. And I greatly respect your ability to do so. Mr. Lucas also. Although I do not fully understand his content, he is successful enough that people earn a living through his work. I am aware that must require a great deal of courage and flexibility. To put it simply, I feel ashamed of myself. Because I may have become too comfortable with the status quo. To the point that I no longer strive to improve my situation.
Are you really, though? I mean, you've been trying your best, right?
I've been trying, yes. But have I been trying my best? That's debatable. And about my intentional ignorance, I'm simply afraid.
Afraid?
I understand I have only a small chance of being selected for a role in a play. I really do. I understand it's due to my lack of network and the industry's expectations, along with my lack of higher education. And for the simple fact of what I am, I'm truly fine with all that. I really am. Because all of it is a pain I am already familiar with. And perhaps somewhere in the deepest depths of my heart, I'm having to face unfamiliar rejections again. Having to get used to new pain all over again. Just might be. Might be difficult.
Miss?
I apologize for all this ruckus. I didn't mean to.
Miss Riona, would you please allow me to make you a drink? It's on the house.
But...
Barista insists, right? Right. What was the pie you ate the other day?
Blueberry hibiscus mint pie?
Did you like it?
I did. Quite a lot, actually.
Then I'll make something special, just for you. Could you tell me its flavor profile?
Give me a moment. The blueberry was very sweet and fresh. The crust was buttery. The flavor was enhanced by the tartness of the hibiscus and the herbal coolness of mint. Just a very sweet blueberry pie with hibiscus and mint.
Okay, I'm getting the blue pea. Wait, no, not blue pea. Hibiscus. With honey and mint. Sounds right to you, Sin?
It seems about right. It's missing the blue, but we need the hibiscus.
Oh,
Never fun. Look at it.
well. I don't know if this is it, Sin. What do you think?
Give
I
item.
don't know.
Give her an item to go with it. We
yeah,
have nothing.
Sure.
Then that must be it.
Yeah, we don't have anything. We clear out our stock.
Then that must be
All right.
correct.
Order up. 1 pie in a cup coming up. Wow, barista. That's so extra.
It kind of is, isn't it? But it's so pretty. Thank you.
You know, one thing I will nag on this game about Sin. I am disappointed they never show the sprites of the drinks you made. I know it's like a little bit extra work, but it would be nice instead of just a generic hot cup of coffee.
Yeah, I can understand that, but the sprite is small enough as is that I don't particularly mind.
It is what it is. It would be nice as the final accoutrement on this game where not much is happening but what you see, so just a little more extra visual flavor would be appreciated. But you know, it's not bad.
It's on the
It just-
level of my gripes with seeing people walk out the window. I want to see them walk out. I want to see the specific characters. I want to see Gala just his head disappear behind the top of the screen.
Also, we only see what the drinks look like for maybe like 10 seconds or so, and then we click order up.
Well, there's a
And then
thing
that's
in
it.
your phone that will show you the sprite again.
Yes, there is a thing in the phone, but we gotta stop talking with the characters, you know, instead of admiring the work we got it. Because you know, if you think about it, Coffee Talk's a little bit kind of a puzzle game, just like Valhalla, where you gotta figure out what the course customers want, and you get to see them drink it.
And my cat is approaching if you've been hearing noise.
Continuing on,
I have my own Neko Mimi here.
it really is. Well done, barista. But are you really serving a warm pie feeling to your customer? It's not a pie filling. I simply made fruit cordials with honey. And I just happen to have blueberry on hand. No reason. Sure. It's not a pie filling. Trust me.
Drink that pie. It's not. It's nice. Thank you.
You're very welcome. What's on your mind?
Right now, I'm rethinking my true motivation for doing all of this. The driving force behind everything I've done up to this point.
Well, what was it?
Huh?
your driving force before you started questioning it.
I wish to break free from the shackles of prejudice, whether it's society's or my own. Not only for myself, but also for my kind.
I see. So it doesn't have to be opera, right?
Pardon?
Reaching that goal can be done in a lot of ways. Like politics? Huh?
No.
You're not wrong, but... That was just an example. Jeez. But I admit, being an entertainer is probably the fastest way to win people's over. But that's not what you want to do, is it?
My heart trembles for the opera. That is why I wish to pursue it, as long as I am able. However, I believe it is also time for me to consider expanding my horizons.
Oh?
I simply do not wish to be trapped in my own fear forever. Although I do regret that my one-track-minded efforts may have been in vain.
I don't think everything you've done so far is in vain, though. I always believe in sincere efforts. But never mind that. What are you going to do now?
I'm not sure. I already rejected Mr. Luke's offer.
Wait a minute. Okay. Lucas? He's an influencer who's been coming here recently. Why does that name ring a bell? Oh, wait! You know him? Not closely, but I think we follow each other on Tomodachi. If it's the same Lucas, I mean. What was the offer for?
I was offered a spot on his new show. While he's still unsure of the format, his aim is to elevate underrated talents. To showcase and interview them in order to bring their work to the forefront.
I see. So, what if you rejected his offer? Call him.
Huh?
Or text him. Tell him you changed your mind. What's the worst that could happen? People are allowed to change their minds. If he rejects you, well, that's his loss, isn't it?
I'm not sure it'd be his loss necessarily.
Shish, shish, shish. Just do it. Text him. Yeah.
Okay.
All the barista was, yeah. What she said? Yeah.
He responded.
What did he say?
He told me to stay here
Oh,
because he's coming here soon.
huh? Huh?
Huh?
Does he live, like, nearby or something?
No, not really. But it seems he had some things to do around here.
I see. What a great coincidence. That means you can clear things up in person.
You're right. Thank you for giving me the courage, Miss Rachel.
Yes, only Rachel did anything. Right, Sin?
Baristas, it's just like one of those therapists that just suggest things so that you can get to the conclusion not by yourself.
You know, if you think about it, we're just a glorified decoration.
Yeah. There's no agency here.
Just call me Rachel, will you?
Alright. Although I regret my one-track mindset, I cannot say it has been entirely detrimental to my life, as it is a habit formed during my time living in the commune.
Commune?
We banshees used to congregate together in order to protect ourselves from the outside world. Each of us tended to have a specific role in the commune, and we would all work together as one.
They sound like gypsies. Is that correct? They sound kind of gypsy-like.
Nomadish. Like gears in a machine.
Interesting. I didn't know that. But you left the commune, correct?
Yes.
Was it difficult?
No, because we're not a cult.
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that way.
It's okay. The commune is simply a defense mechanism from the distant past.
So the reason we do not see a lot of banshees around, is it because many still choose to remain in the commune?
Right. The world still isn't kind to us. However, we are aware that eventually we must reopen ourselves to the outside world. It was for that reason I learned to drive.
You seem to be fond of driving.
I am. It's like having a mobile fortress.
A mobile fortress?
Mobile fortress 2.
Mobile fortress.
Which is why I find driving calming.
Mobile fortress. Even in traffic?
Well,
A mobile fortress, huh?
mobile fortress, huh?
Never thought of cars that way, but that's interesting. So when you said everyone has a specific role, what do you mean by that? Sorry, I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Well, we don't have a Banshee culture center anywhere.
Time to start one then.
Perhaps it's best if I use a specific example. Such as my mother's role.
Oh,
Her role is to trade. In the event that we need to increase our supply or sell our products, or are simply in need of some negotiating, it is my mother who will do the job. She must travel to the nearest city or town in order to exchange goods. And she's our representative when other communities need to discuss things with us.
Right. She sounds kind of head honcho-ish.
Everyone's work has equal weight. One is in charge of food and drink. Another is in charge of all of our laundry. Everyone has a responsibility to set up schedules and organize the collection of goods.
So, like, does each role only have one bearer at a time?
No, sometimes there are two or more, depending on the power needed. It's all about the balance.
I see. Interesting. Does your mom still fulfill her role to this day?
Lucas. Yes. Although, there are times when I wish she would retire.
Why?
She's doing a good job with it. But the role truly changed her. Hey. Am I interrupting something?
Oh.
She had to endure years of animosity. She had to negotiate everyone's way out of trouble. Or to simply defend the commune.
That is such a heavy burden.
It is, but she refuses to accept any help offered to her.
Why? Oh, sorry. I was thinking. I thought that was you. Because it has become like her identity, I think.
Oh, you're here?
Yeah, hi, lady. I was starting to wonder when you're going to say something. I'd introduce myself, but I want to hear Riona's story. Fine by me.
It is as Mr. Lucas said.
I thought we already passed all that form of stuff. Am I wrong? Well, you still call her lady. But she is. Shh. The lady is speaking. Whoops. Okay, sorry.
It is as, Lucas said. A discussion the other day led to the same conclusion for me as well. My mother's protective instincts turned into an angry sense of pride.
Oh.
So while she performs her role really well, her anger often gets the best of her. Things are way calmer for our commune now, so I am thankful for that. But unfortunately, the damage has already been done.
Right. That's when I understood why she was angry, too. If your mom has dealt with haters all her life, and you were pretty much in the front seat for all that. Oof. Tough. I guess I can relate in some ways. The Nekomimi culture is also quite strict, although nowhere as rigid as yours. We're heavily stereotyped as being very mid.
Mid?
Like mediocre in all ways aside from being pretty and cute? Although, don't get me wrong, I am cute. But it makes me wonder, you know? How much of our survival instincts turn into bad stereotypes? Things have changed so much for everyone. Which means we should have moved on from terrible prejudices decades ago, right? So why are so many still stuck with outdated and bad perceptions?
Actually, that's exactly why. Life is complicated, and change is hard. Learning and unlearning stuff takes time and mental energy, right? And there are billions of living beings in this world. That's why many folk choose to reduce their worlds to a size they can handle. All based on their priorities, of course. I mean, it's no different from how everyone chooses content to consume.
Ah,
Yeah, and sadly, different culture is probably one of the last things on most beings' mind. Unless you already have a vested interest in it, then it's a different story.
does that make sense?
We all need to survive. I understand that. However, I feel some things just shouldn't be excused. Things we do, the principles we hold.
All of it has an impact on others. In one way or another.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, by the way. Did Pops contact you, lady? You know, about the tree?
Oh, he did, but...
What tree? It's a long story. Humph! Sure, keep your smelly secrets.
Oh no, she smells my shit.
No. This is perfect. You should listen too. The more exposure this gets, the better.
Oh? So you're going to tell me?
From the very beginning.
Oh god.
But before I forget, lady, did you have something to say to me? Since you texted me and all.
Oh, yeah. Go on, Riona. Say it.
Oh. So, about your show.
Yeah, you're in, right?
Are you still unsure about the format?
Well, I'm still trying to put it all together in order on paper, so... Kind of. Like, I know I want to do a podcast, a deep dive, and a showcase, but I'm still trying to figure out a great way to fit them all in nicely. Once I'm done, I'll let you know for sure.
What are you planning to show me, anyway? How do you think it will help the guests?
Oh, curious, aren't we? Basically, I want to cover stuff that's interesting and underrated from all around the city. And beyond. If it takes off. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Nah, scratch that. I know it'll take off.
That's some confidence you have there. Even though you're not even sure what the format will be?
Tut tut. I might not know the exact format yet. But all the elements needed to make a good show are locked and loaded already.
Really?
What I say? Well, there's already so much content out there, right? And you can't deny that today's audience gets bored easily too. If something doesn't appeal to them, immediately, they'll just click away. So, how to keep them engaged and stick with us, you ask? Well, from my experience, you need roughly 5 things down pat to keep a show going. The first one being the format itself, which ironically is the only thing I don't have. Yet. Anyway, a proper format has good consistency. Could be the way the show is cut or how the information flows. It's to build familiarity with the audience and make things easier for the creator too.
That makes sense.
The next thing you need is topics. Sure, you can have a main theme for your show, like singing or cooking or anything really. Having a theme is essential, but getting topics flowing is essentialer. Cause even singing will need more than just one song, right? Same with cooking. You need to show many techniques, recipes, all that jazz.
That's true.
Right? Since the goal of the show is to shine a spotlight on all things underrated, I figured I should start small and nearby, but still have potential to grow. And what's better for that than exploring the city and its inhabitants in depth? Especially since I'm fairly new here and all.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
I can see there are many interesting topics to discuss.
Yeah, like locations, events, history.
Yes, and many interesting individuals to meet.
Definitely. Projects, side projects, plenty of things to cover.
Makes sense.
What's next? Know your audience. Honestly, in this internet era, you don't need to appeal to everyone. If you do it right, you can target just one type of audience and still get a lot of eyes. Fortunately, I have my base audience already. But since the show will be in a completely new format, a lot of them were rejected.
Because people do not like change?
That's right. But honestly, that's fine. I'm trying to attract an audience that's more open-minded. It can help elevate the stuff we're going to spotlight. Like, say, if we cover musicians, they'll go back to their sites or live shows. Some cool neighborhood project, they'll be eager to check it out. A cool coffee shop, they'll be interested in visiting. Wink, wink. Oh. Anyway, you all know what I mean. The next thing is an audio quality. Great visuals and edits. You know the drill. Of course. And the last thing you need for a good show is, drumroll please, me.
I'm just imagining Lucas doing the Dio thumb.
Oh no, Dio.
Me.
You're such a narcissist. Lucas says cringe. Any stray Rihanna thoughts from your voice?
That's it.
Hey, what's with the awkward silence? I mean, personality and smarts. To find info, you need to be resourceful. And relate information well, you need a good personality, right? Well, I'm your guy. Why? What's so funny? Am I not the perfect guy?
Lamau. Resourceful, huh? Really?
Oh, so that is what you're questioning, huh?
I'm just saying. Because didn't you say you're new to the city? So...
Oh, I see. I see how it is.
But you really thought this through. I'm kind of impressed.
Thank you. Probably won't be anywhere near as big as your talk show, though. I'll tell you that.
Huh?
Rumor has it that your manager is trying to get a hold of your old girl band back together. And I heard there'll be a talk show or something for it.
Oh? Really? How did you hear that?
Tisk tisk. I have my ways. I didn't get the info from shady sources, I promise.
Well, okay. I'll give you that, resourceful guy. But your information is outdated already.
Oh?
Because I won't be in the show. Oh? Why? Well, I actually like the idea of a comeback. But if it were to happen, I would want new branding, you know? Like, new us, to show we've grown.
Ah. I get that. 100%.
That's too bad.
Why?
I think you have a talent for getting people to talk. You are able to read the room with sensitivity. And therefore, I would definitely be interested in watching your talk show program.
You think so? Oh, I'm flattered. You were right about that, though I'm pretty good. But I'd rather express myself through my music, my songs, and my performances. You know?
Yes. I understand that very well.
Then, do you want to be our first guest?
Me? Why? I thought you wanted to highlight independent artists. Well, aren't you making a new kind of music lately, Miss Rachel?
So, you actually have a side project.
Well, yeah, but...
I was kidding about inviting you earlier, but hey, maybe it could work out after all. Help out a new channel, will ya? Come on, just a few likes, a crumb.
Exposure.
You wish! I'm a very busy Nekomimi. But... maybe...
Woohoo! Huh? What is it, barista?
I thought your plan was to have Miss Riona as your first guest.
Oh.
Well, about that, you know what they say about two hands and have two girls, right?
What?
I'm definitely jumping the gun here, but I was kinda hoping you'd be my co-host instead.
What? Me?
I was gonna ask you later, but barista over here cornered me something fierce.
Oops. Sorry. I feel so bad.
Why me?
I like the way you explain difficult subjects, and I really enjoy talking to you. You have plenty of knowledge and experience from being on the road a lot. And all of your stories are so damn interesting. Plus, someone needs to offset my chaotic personality.
Like contrasting posts, huh?
Yeah! What's more, she's not nervous in talking in front of a camera at all.
Well, she is a performer.
I know. I'm just saying, she's a natural on camera. So yeah, that's what I thought I was gonna ask later. If you want to be my co-host. Only if you're interested, of course.
I might need a moment to consider.
I love how these two are just giving her the glare down.
Do it.
Do it.
Of course. Take your time.
Stare.
However, if you are open to receiving input, may I throw in an idea for the format of the show?
For real? Of course you may.
And I'm staying until you tell me everything I missed.
Okay.
Yeah! The night's still young anyway.
1-2 hour explanation later.
Uh,
Spice Lady.
is it the
A
next
British
day?
chocolate drink. Extremely popular in the 90s.
We didn't check the phone. I was gonna say check the phone. It seems like maybe we should check the phone, but no. You clicked too
I
quickly.
think it's just... I think it's just updated their arts. And I don't think we missed anything.
It could have been some posts that we didn't read.
Do you really want to go back and see it?
No.
Okay.
You can do
Monday.
that in the comments.
Monday, October 2nd, 2023.
You can do it, game. I believe in you.
You can do it. You can do it, game. I believe. The Evening Whispers, free of charge. Monday, October 2nd, 2023. In today's headlines, globally labs shut down. Researcher to finally stop experiments after 1,304 incidents.
That's a lot of
What? That's extremely concerning. In other news, users of Tomodat.chill's new stories feature. It needs longer duration. And finally, in today's headlines, the piece of halfling advice that seared into my memory. Let's start the day.
10 notifications. So what? Let's check
Let's
the
look at our
phone.
notifications. So one of them was a brew pad, so probably just the blueberry. So that's one cross off you can have in your mind, Sin.
Wow.
Rachel updated, so that's 2. Singing, dancing, trying to dream my dreams since I was 13. I'm not stopping now.
She was born
And Rihanna.
February 29th, by the way.
Yes. I wonder what that means. And Rihanna. Her favorite things: Wagner, L'Hospital. I'm not reading these. I'm not. What I'm doing with my life: emergency goods delivery service available from Bellevue. Seeking audition tips. Contact number. There you go, Sin. See, I told you it wasn't anything to be worried about.
No. Oh,
No delivery. Also, yeah, Rihanna updated her profile. It seems like. I think. Check this out. Your boy started a new podcast. Y'all want to know more?
Georgie
unironically,
yes.
I would listen to. Georgie gets it. I would unironically listen to a Lucas podcast, even though he's an insane person. Sorry, not sorry. Forgot to post the trailer. Cool emoji. Here it is. Full version dropping at 8 p.m. Like by Georgie. Do you like video podcasts? Or I like Rachel's posted better.
Behold.
Behold, this is a very interesting angle, let's call it. Lucas, here it is. DTR, Down to Ride Vlog, number 1, Mystery Adventure, with my super co-host, Riona, and a special surprise guest star, Rachel. Go watch it now at Tomo.chill DTR Ride.
Rachel's hair looks a bit different in that shot.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the art style sometimes. I like it, and then sometimes I get kind of whiplash. I don't know how many artists they have on the team, but clearly somebody's like busting their hump for the pixel art, and somebody else is busting their hump for the not pixel art. It looks cute as all heck, but still, it's
still pixels.
It's weird.
But it's bigger pixels.
Is it pixels? It doesn't look pixely to me.
I mean, look at at least the coloring.
Yes,
like,
I see the edge of his face. Yes, I see, but I wouldn't call that pixels.
It is though.
If that's pixels, then everything else is pixels.
That is still a limited color palette.
Whatever. Let's see, Rachel, come. Something new. I appeared as a guest star in this impromptu vlogcast. Check it out and have fun with us. Where are they? Are they in some kind of back alley?
Yes.
Let's see. Who got more likes? Oh, Lucas. Lucas got 0 likes because he is a moron. And Rachel got so many.
Well,
and Riona's like, I'm here to...
That she's getting that she's getting the exposure.
Exposure. Picture's so nice they showed it 3 times.
Wow.
Ooh. Anyway.
So I drove him around while he was nursing his broken heart.
I really don't know why we're discussing my sad stories right now. Eyes on the happy couple.
Aw, it wasn't sad so much as cute, though.
But it's true that you and Mr. Bailey should be in the spotlight, Miss Lua. Oh, I see what's going on. I think they just came back from the wedding.
Or just in the light.
Sorry, I'm trying to get to the switch.
Ow!
Whoops! My apologies, Mr. Gala. You're literally solid like a wall.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You're so hard, Mr. Gala. Here we go.
Beep. Hey, outfits.
Everyone's so cute. Look at the bride.
Look at him.
Not bad, whatever. Gala, A+. Don't care about you. F.
Damn.
You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed.
We've been here often enough that we know this place like the back of our hand.
That's what it means to have regulars, barista.
So it does. Now, shall we get this celebration started?
Please. I'm so excited.
That's adrenaline for you. Hang on to that feeling. You call it adrenaline. I call it deep, passionate, irresistible fascination for her husband.
Alright.
Okay.
Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Miller.
Oh, are you taking Lua's last name, Mr. Bailey's? Or last name Bailey's?
Ha! No, we're keeping our last names. But I'll be Mr. Miller if it pleases Mrs. Miller.
I don't know how I feel about
And
Lua
it'll make
Miller.
you happy.
Mr. and Mrs. Miller.
Blue and Miller seems weird. I don't know.
I like it. It's very suburban mom.
Oh, you always make me melt.
Disgusting fucking normies.
He said, wiping off his tears.
Shut up. How many times must I tell you? It was the City Hall flowers. They make my allergies flare up.
Sure, let's go with that.
I didn't cry like a bitch.
You
was
cry
the
like a
allergies.
bitch.
This would be the perfect time for some drinks.
I wouldn't say no to something hot for sure.
And something sweet.
To something decadent and chocolatey.
But let's keep it fresh. There's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush.
So, in summary,
Sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it, please, barista.
okay. Chocolate. I'm gonna guess honey's last.
Some freshness.
Mint bee freshness? So, mint. I've heard people in this game describe mint as very fresh. Minty fresh.
I'm reading
Let's go
that
with
as
mint and-
Mint last.
Is that in our... I don't think we made much chocolate stuff, so it wouldn't be... Let's see. No? Okay. Let's see what we get. Let me safety save, just in case we gotta run this back again and again and again.
Safety safe. Safety safe.
Come on, game. Don't break on me. Okay, the game decides to sort of break on me. Anyway.
And
What we got?
bet it's mint and honey the other way around.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
probably. I'm
Shut up.
probably right. Chocolate honey mint. Go.
Chocolate honey minutes go. The after midnight. Any items somehow pop into our inventory? No? Good.
No ghosts.
Order up.
Georgie will shit his pants again.
This is inspired by a sweet evening treat. Hopefully, the drink is to your liking.
I love it. It's very unique and festive.
Very comforting.
Exactly what I had in mind.
Thank you, Hyde.
It's fine.
You go to hell.
High praise from Hyde.
You know it. It tastes a bit British. Have you ever been to that side of the pond, barista?
I did a bit of traveling in my day. You know.
Maybe we ran into each other in the past,
Maybe we did.
passing each other like two ships in the night, before meeting at the morning. That's very lyrical. Heh. I blame the mood on you two.
All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He went absolutely wild during Fury. But even then, he would beg the wall's pardon after putting his fist through it.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Haha.
Sounds about right. And I imagine you two became great friends.
Nah. You know, rude vampires are much more my type.
Hey, shh. Us being gay is a secret.
Secret gay.
Secret. Actually, no. I'm not offended. Rude vampire and proud of it. I love being a jackass.
I'm a bitch and I know it. That would look great on a t-shirt.
Awesome idea. I'll consider that for a Christmas gift.
You know Gala would do it.
He totally would. He would. Humph. Bah humbug.
Right. I guess we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? Anyone?
That's
Hello?
you jackass. You make the speech.
Moshi Mosh? Barista, maybe?
No.
I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches, Gala. That's you.
You definitely are.
Yes, if you want to, we'd love to hear you.
You are fucking traitors. In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Miss Lua, Mr. Bailey's, and thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
You'll always be a part of our lives now, barista.
Absolutely.
Short and to the point. Good speech.
Your turn, Hyde.
Fuck off. Really? Well, fine. Thank you, Lua and Bailey's, for entertaining me. And making me consider a counseling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch.
That means a lot, Hyde.
In my mind, I can see Lua tearing up. He's like,
Yeah, you guys are alright.
He likes us.
their standards are so low for him.
You've been a very good friend to us. Don't think we're forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time.
Right. I don't know you as well as barista, guys. And I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did. But despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You've immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect as joy in the family you're starting today.
That's very nice, Gala. Thank you.
It's very, very nice compared to literally everybody else.
Yeah,
fucking
barista.
knew Gala would bust out with that super sad dad shit that everyone's like, damn, he should have been the guy.
Aw, Gala.
Thanks, man. Really. You're a real man's man.
To the happy couple.
To the happy couple.
Hey.
To the happy couple.
To the happy couple.
Are you? Are your allergies troubling you again, Mr. Hyde?
Are you crying like a
Fuck
bitch
off.
again, Mr. Hyde?
Barista. My dear barista. Never think that you're out of my reach of retribution.
Okay, hopefully I'll buy some garlic and some crosses later. I do apologize that we only serve soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have been benefited the occasion.
Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine.
Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days.
Oh?
Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know.
Oh.
They fucking.
And I'm avoiding it in solidarity.
They fucking.
That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you. Congrats on the sex.
Thanks,
Don't
Gala.
say that in Gala's, don't say that in Gala's voice, please.
What? It's
Don't-
perfectly normal.
Don't do that. Don't Sojiro me that.
Ah,
Just
your
imagine.
sex.
Stop. Stop.
Little purple elves with horns running around everywhere.
Are they that different? They both got the pointy ears. Maybe they'll
Do
just
have
be
the pointy
taller.
ears. Eh.
And thanks, I think, Hyde.
I aim to please.
Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff.
He's not lying. I've never saw him touch it.
Is there any specific reason why not?
I just don't like the taste.
Same here, Gala. That's my guy.
Never got used to it, and never particularly tried to. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big burly dude, I guess. But nope.
Assumptions like that are annoying to me. I like that you look at it just as a taste among others, Gala.
I'd like to. Let's take a quick look at our phone real quick. Oh, okay, just a brew pad.
It's just
After
midnight.
A whiff of Old Port Charm, a Sukon of intensity, and a dash of fresh air for timeless late night celebrations.
Look at that funky
Wonderful.
sea.
And what are we playing? Feeling better.
I would hope so after getting married. But
Sometimes I just want to taste wine. Sometimes I just want tomato juice.
definitely. Booze just became this big social thing. But I, for one, wish there was a better range of soft drinks.
I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free vermouth? Homemade some from fruit juice. It all tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible robots. And they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate.
Wow. When did you go to a place like that?
A while ago with my family. Back when we were still in touch.
Bae,
I'm okay, sweetie.
I agree, there should be more variety of soft drinks. It's always the same brands.
Would be nice. I have a friend in Argentina who is nuts for soft drinks, and they want to make their own, and they just love importing all kinds of random flavors.
Yeah, I want more of that. So everyone's crazy for the craft brewing and all these other a bajillion different flavors of beer and wine and such. No, give me for the freaking other drinks. Give us for us non-alcoholics, please and thank you.
I'd appreciate it.
Well, I make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. In the hard version, I use vodka. In the soft version, I don't use vodka.
Fair enough. What else goes into it?
A little bit of basil, some lemon juice, a pinch of salt, tonic water.
That sounds like something I would enjoy.
Wait for it.
And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood.
Here it comes.
O-type, preferably universal donors, and all that. You make me sick. Yuck.
I think this is a joke. Hope this is a joke.
And this is why he never gets invited to parties.
What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties.
Thank you so much for being with us, the three of you.
Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Baileys. And your sister, Lua. She's got a very strong character. I respect that.
What are you trying to say, Gala?
She's impossible, you mean?
Gala, you're so eloquent.
But I love her to bits.
Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me at first.
Oh, just a year or 3?
She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her baby sister.
Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of a softie that she needs to protect.
Well, I mean, compared to her, Gala is a softie. I'd say Gala is a softie compared to many people.
Fair enough.
But yes, I think she could take him when she's under fury. When he's under fury.
If Barista ever moves out and I'm out of my special tea, I can ask for your sister's number, I guess.
You would have to hurry, or you'll have to step over.
What?
What do you say?
Your primary school friend, Bailey's.
None.
I'm very confused. Oh,
Did they,
but okay.
did they know each other? Oh.
Oh, Marco? I thought I'd caught him staring at her. I bet they didn't leave it at staring. The two witnesses. Delightfully cliche, isn't it?
You seem to be enjoying the gossip very much, Mr. Hyde.
Of course I do. That's how I take my best pictures. Longing gazes, longing glances, touches filled with pent-up desire. Scorn dissimulated in a smirk.
Hopefully you've captured some pictures of our lovebirds, too.
Ah, yes, I really can't wait to see them.
Well, that's the downside of film.
Uh-oh. I know.
Depending on how many shots he took, it shouldn't take more than like a week. Like, honestly. Unless he took like some 200 or 300 shots, then yeah, that's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take like at least 3 weeks. But yes.
But it will be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient.
Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you. Ooh, a perfect shot.
Look, I wanted to linger on that a bit.
Sorry.
It was a very nice picture.
It was very nice.
Better look at her dress. Oh, look at this, bae.
This is amazing.
What a beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde.
Yes, truly. Thank you again for doing this, Hyde. Don't mention it. I had an alright time doing it. You can keep this if you want. Baka. It's just a Polaroid, but
No, it's absolutely lovely. It looks so friendly and warm.
like the wedding we always really wanted to have.
Yes, once we sifted through the superfluous details.
I love that you guys figured that out in the end. And I love this picture.
Do you only have the one, Mr. Hyde?
Why, barista? You wanted to frame it and hang it on your wall?
Actually, yes, something like that. Probably gonna put it on the little achievement wall we have. We have Rachel and
We have
what's
the
the
new
other
Rachel
thing?
album. Look, did you see it?
Yeah, the new Rachel album. Yeah, I see it. And her, I still can't get over her dumb face right here.
It's the 2 dot eyes
Wait.
and 3 dot smile or something, yeah.
Good thing I saw it coming. If our newlyweds don't object, I have almost the exact same one here for you. Coincidentally.
No objections whatsoever.
Yeah, I'd love that. It would mean a lot to have a little memory of this day hanging around here.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Yes, barista. I'm not sure where we'd be without you.
Ahem. Allergies. So, I take it you have decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde.
It would seem so.
Ah, come on, tell them.
Fuck off.
Tell us what?
Nothing. Nothing's been confirmed yet.
They're certainly not going back on it. And you aren't either, right?
Of course not.
Well then.
Just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to.
Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde has already agreed to shoot another wedding. They're a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose has been sick for a while. Doctors think she's going to get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So her parents have decided to get married in her room with her around.
That's a lovely idea.
I bet little Rose is thrilled.
She is. An entire party next to her bed. Can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde. And just like that, he promised to take their pictures, pro bono.
Hyde? Are you a softie? That's very good of you, Mr. Hyde.
It's nothing. I could use the experience. So that I can milk my modeling ex-colleagues for their wedding pictures. Sounds like a good social redistribution to me.
So does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde?
I've got the house, and I've got the job, and I've got my own pocket werewolf. So it sounds like I'll be staying here for a little while. That's great to hear. How's the house coming along? Taking ages, but it'll look good when it's finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process. But as a vampire, my needs are a little particular. Fair enough. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know?
What would a dream house look like for the two of you?
We're not too sure yet.
But we're not repeating the same mistakes. No endless Tomoda chill scrolling to look at other people's homes.
And no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side.
My love.
It's alright. I'm glad we talked about it. I talked it all through. Lua made me realize that it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does. And if my family doesn't contribute anything. In fact, Lua's mom told me the same thing during the wedding.
I didn't know you talked about it.
Don't worry, it went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy. Which is good, because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who powers through her job.
Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Well, maybe a little.
Yeah, when the time comes. But the thing is, I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids' topic.
It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it'd do to my work.
That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to child rearing?
Yes.
Child rearing.
Well, not in our couple. We've decided that when we have kids, I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll still do some freelance work, and if and when I have time, not so much for the money as to keep my brain working. But I'll be taking care of the little ones, and our place.
You know, I keep thinking how happy I am that I met you and married you.
Disgusting.
Not many men would have wanted that.
You'd be surprised.
Times are changing, and so on.
Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who'd rather stayed home with their children, than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just complement each other well. I think so too.
Mr. Miller.
Mrs. No, just using my family name when you feels wrong.
Ha. They would throw a fit if they heard you do that.
They absolutely would. It's almost tempting. But none of that matters much anyway.
As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's.
As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's.
Look at that hide face.
Excuse me.
Why did we get a notification too? What is this? What the?
Georgie. What the heck is this? Can you click? Is that something you can click on?
You see me clicking?
No, I don't, because I don't see your cursor.
You don't see my cursor?
No.
Oh, weird. Well, I'm clicking as hard as I can. It looks...
Earring?
It looks like a pair of earrings. And I think Georgie's daughter's hand? And something written in the sky? I can't quite tell.
It's like... Is it a repost from Missycraft 2, I guess?
I guess so. Well, whatever.
It sounds like Hyde found a new way forward.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious. And honestly, a bit of a jerk. But he's really quite fragile, isn't he?
There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal.
Yeah. Nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time.
Even elves with their only longish lives have issues.
I can imagine. Werewolves are somewhere between elves and humans. And we also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is... everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? And the longer you live, the more once in a whiles you get.
That makes sense to me.
I will say, though, I'm mighty happy that he's sticking around. For all that he can be a difficult one, he also makes life a lot more interesting. And we just really get each other after all this time. You two know what I mean.
Yeah, gay sex, right?
Congrats on the sex.
Yes, we really do.
Yeah, we're gonna have sex later too.
Woo!
At this point, even when we need to take a bit out of even excuse me. At this point, even when we need to take a bit of a time out, we can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other.
That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. Hyde, I mean. He liked a barista from the start. Not that I've ever disagreed, but he just really got you right away.
He has been very kind to me, and receptive about me as well.
And I'm glad he befriended you two. This chat, right now, it's really good.
You're right too, Gala.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you.
Ha! Right back at ya. Listen to that. It's pouring rain again.
I liked how they turned up the rain sound just for effect. Thanks game.
Brr.
Unless it's just Hyde having the door open. Because it seems like Lou is getting cold.
I'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket, Bay. There's the eyes again.
It's good.
But are you okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Shut up.
No.
Yeah. Don't worry about me.
I always worry about you. And I guess that's kind of my job now.
Only if I get to worry about you too.
You guys are cute,
What?
but
I didn't do that.
I read it.
What? Did something pop up? Was that just my imagination?
It was just the hide of Bailey's, or the hand of Bailey's, rather. It just
Okay, I
popped
feel like I
into
saw
frame
something-
as weird.
I feel like I saw something green pop up, but I guess that was my imagination.
It was.
But you know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other.
Point taken.
Rainy weddings are meant to be good luck anyway.
Are they?
Is that true?
That doesn't
Heard
seem
that
right.
before.
I've always wondered where that came from. It sounds like lip service for the happy couple. To avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough.
Really? So you don't know?
Don't know what.
Oh, maybe it's just a thing among elves. Have you heard of it, Barista?
Are you referring to the Goddess Tears legend? Goddess's Tears legend?
That's the one.
Never heard of that.
It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry. But I can give you the short version.
Go on. I'm very curious.
Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but of all her children, one she liked best. They were the shyest and the quietest. When their siblings screamed for attention, they sat aside and played with the clouds. When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. When their siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, even if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle. They will love me and take care of me. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as the young godling sat on the edge of a cloud, pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them, and they lost their balance.
Oh no!
Don't worry, it's not a sad story.
Alright then.
Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground, and immediately they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost, and they stood rooted in place for many human eras. Until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Aeon, and the human Ray, just for clarity?
That's gonna help me for sure. I get lost without names.
Alright, Aeon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Aeon, and finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to their village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed by, Aeon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars and planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvest and of young children, of famines and old men. They talked of time and of eternity. And as they looked into each other's eyes, they found both the briefest of moments and the longest eras in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the center of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their family were quite fond of Aeon by then. But when Aeon went to see their mother, the goddess,
That old hag.
that bitch. Give her a chance, my love. She improves. But yeah, at first, she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favorite child should be taken away from her.
That reminds me of someone.
I promise you, she's a lot better than my mother. Anyway, she got really angry, and she told Aeon, "Get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die, just like your fiance."
Yuck.
Blech. And to nobody's surprise at this point, Aeon said, "I'm alright with that. What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side?" Down to get married they went. For many hours, the goddess was angry and shouted. Then, for many more hours, she was despondent and sulked. Then, finally, she turned an eye to the ground to look at Aeon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Aeon. They wore garlands of flowers, and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Aeon wasn't quiet at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind. And the goddess saw that for the first time in an eternity, their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess's word, once spoken, isn't easily broken. In sadness for her child's mortal days, she started crying. And one by one, her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Aeon and Ray danced with it. And so the goddess said, "For each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns gray and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other." And according to elves, that's how we came to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. Was gonna fucking cry. It's so sweet. Girls love that kind of shit, Sin.
Yeah, that's a nice story.
It's a nice story. Gala, you gonna cry too?
My love, are you tearing up?
No, it's nothing. You're just really beautiful sometimes. Now Bailey's is gonna cry.
You're a born legend teller, Mr. Baileys. That was an astonishing rendition of that story.
Yeah, that was epic. I'm not gonna look at Rain the same way now.
Aww.
Ah, it's just a silly legend.
It's not silly at all. And you're right. The goddess is a lot better than your mother.
Told you.
My history with Rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors.
Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling.
Yes. My bedroom, when I was a little girl, was on the top floor. so I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in my bed. It was great.
I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. A place to be safe while the rain falls outside.
For sure. Ah, look. Here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now.
Who are you?
Oof, that's a very wet little guy.
Poor Gala. Did he just shake rain all over you?
He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is he your cat, barista?
No, but he's been around a couple of times.
I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then. Although he's not especially aggressive either.
Maybe he's adopting this place. Wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got high, too.
Now that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something, though? Or someone?
If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by another time a few days ago, and was actually quite helpful. But he didn't look settled then either.
Right.
And there he goes.
Very mysterious.
Hey, what did I miss?
A cat, apparently.
Ah, yes. I saw it go. What was that about?
We're not entirely sure. He has come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long, or ask for anything.
I was saying that he might be looking for someone.
Ah, perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight. Messengers between worlds, so to speak. He may know something that we don't, or see something that we can't see.
That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that reminds me of someone, actually.
No comment.
Uh-huh. Anyhow, what was that call about?
That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason, he needed to know the exact size of my turntable, as well as whether I wanted walnut or oak floors. I just want floors I can walk on.
That's surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration, Hyde.
I am particular, in the sense that I want it to look good.
But he's got no clue what to do to get there. I mean, you've seen his car. It's not, peak design trends.
That car served me right, thank you very much. I remember when a certain werewolf didn't want to drive me around.
I shouldn't have brought that up. Truce.
Why don't you help Hyde with decorating then, Gala? Why indeed?
My job, time.
Your job, time, I see. Everyone's a critic, but the truth is, Gala has no understanding of color, material, or shape. I'm a lazy interior designer at best. But Gala is an interior designer's walking nightmare.
Not true. I just go for functional things.
Is what people say when they've got no taste.
Yeah? Maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here.
I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace.
Ugh.
You guys sound like you're gonna be just fine.
Indeed.
You know, being like this all together when it's dark and damp and feeling good and safe and home. It's a pretty rare feeling in a kind of public place.
I think the kinda is key here. As far as I can remember, this has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like.
I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, barista.
I'm glad that's how you feel. It feels to you. Our patrons' comfort has always been our priority.
Goal very much achieved then.
That, and also, you all are alright. It sounds like everyone's gonna be busy with our own stuff for a while. But I can't wait to come back here, see your faces again. Whether in a week, or a month, or a year. However long it takes to make the next game. I know it's gonna be a good time.
Cheers to that.
Here.
Heh.
You all are welcome anytime, separately or together. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to.
We'll definitely pop by to give you news.
And to get Fury remedies.
And to listen on the drama.
We can't wait to welcome you back. Oh,
It stopped.
it stopped, finally.
It's been months.
It's been a long goddamn time. Yeah.
I think the rain is over.
Saying the recording stopped, so I'm going to start it back up. So give me 1 second.
But why's it stopping?
It's the 2 hour mark. It automatically stops
Okay.
at 2 hours.
Okay. Let's see.
And we've kept you up for a while already, barista.
Yeah, we should all use the dry spell to get back home.
Consider the night called.
You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes.
Alright. Good night, barista.
Good night.
Good night, you two.
Let's go, darling.
Let's. Good night, barista. And thanks again for being with us. Tonight and on other nights.
No, thank you for everything. Truly. Never heard this song before. Never fade away. Aw.
Have a good rest, barista.
Will do.
Congrats on the sax.
You guys coming?
Yeah, Just hold the door for me for a second longer.
Eek, bye, Bay. What are you doing?
I'm carrying you over to the threshold, of course. That's on the way into the home, not on the way out the bar. I can do both.
You're silly.
Maybe. But I love you.
I love you too.
Bustling, busy, and abuzz. People whose thoughts I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like to have a chosen hive. An espresso, blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself.
It's raining again.
Can't be helped. Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023.
These were some nice days. Got a bit of a big long ones, but people are happy, and that's nice.
Yeah. Always that good coffee talk feeling.
Uh-oh.
The Evening Whispers, free of charge. Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. In today's headlines, FIRE director resigns in the wake of shocking leaks. In other headlines, heir of American business royalty disowned over choice of wife. And finally, in today's headlines, killer algae, the new invasive species?
Phone.
Hey look, we have Hyde's camera now, and Bailey and Lewis. This is a terrible picture.
I can
Oh,
tell
this-
what it is, though. It's fine. Look at the phone.
Yes, it is. Let's see. The only person who haven't finished their arc is Lucas.
Lucas.
That's interesting.
Meow. Dog.
Really cute.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Hyde
Kinda
took
edgy.
that picture. Yes.
Yeah, wedding.
Whoa.
The silver looks kind of goofy in this shot. I'm gonna say that's intentional.
Feels like he doesn't know how to smile for the camera yet.
It feels like the pieces aren't arranged correctly, if you catch my drift. I think by the end of it, I'm in this industry for the love of it. And to keep having fun is the mindset I will keep moving forward.
You do it, Aqua. You game. You do it.
Your turn.
Having someone you can connect with, especially within the same industry, is really something that I'm glad for.
Let's go, lesbians.
Let's go, lesbians!
Woo.
Yeah, it looks like we got most everyone's here. Well, missing a couple people, but you know. Somehow, this feels like deja vu.
I have been in this place before. Higher up the streets and
Aha! Hey,
Welcome, Officer Georgie.
what's cracking? I'd say what's cracking, Cracker, but apparently you can't say Cracker anymore. Aside from the thunder outside, that is.
Yep. Deja vu.
What?
Nothing. Everything is fine. I have everything I need to avoid another blackout.
That's good news. Heh, you know, this weather has kind of grown on me.
Really?
Yeah. Not something I'd like to have forever, of course. Then that'd be a plot to a different movie. Good old weathering with you. but the thunder no longer sounds so angry to me.
Interesting. What does it sound like to you?
No idea. Just not scary anymore. Not shedding my pants as often. Anyway, I want to order something.
Perfect. What would you like?
Make me whatever I ordered a couple of weeks ago.
An espresso? A couple of weeks ago, huh?
Yeah, give or take. You were promoting a new tea selection at the time.
Ah, thank you for the hint. Good times.
I remember it had an interesting color. I'll take whatever you gave me that day.
Did it have blue penis?
There was a lot of blue pea jokes. Let me see. Let's see if my memory feels like shaking anything loose.
Sometimes you gotta shake the tree, see what falls out.
Butterfly pea sounds about right.
Just 3
Yeah.
blue peas.
Yes, I
Maybe
think
safety save.
I recall this. This is in my mind. I'll safety save, but I'm pretty confident about the blue pea because you were making a lot of pea jokes,
blue
and it just went back and
penis,
forth.
Blue penis. Blue penis.
Stop it. Stop it! You're giving me. You're killing me here, buddy.
Well,
I am a cop.
topical.
Butterfly pea. Order up.
Give him his lighter.
A cup of Anathosians for you, officer.
What?
It's what makes the drink blue.
Oh, okay. What'd you call me? It still tastes like grass. But my daughter told me this is really good for stress.
Really? Are you stressed right now?
Nah, don't worry. Since my daughter loves it so much, I was just trying to remind myself how it tastes.
Oh, good. Well,
Grass.
usually blue pea is mixed with a bunch of other ingredients. It's a very forgiving drink, taste-wise, and goes well with most things. And it looks pretty.
Yeah, I can see that. 'Cause it's tasteless except for grassy notes when you drink it straight.
Right on. Does this mean you already made up with your daughter?
More or less.
That's great. How are you, officer? How's work?
Work, huh? Well, it's only been a couple of days since I was here. But I admit, a lot has happened.
Oh?
Heh.
Are we gonna do our epilogue sequence?
Patience, pal. We don't have all the players here to complete the story yet.
Oh my.
Oh, here we go. Oh? Is someone coming?
2 more.
Alright, then. But what do you mean by complete the story?
Well, like I said, there's been a lot going on. I can't recount the whole thing alone,
I see.
but you know, Barista. For a while, this old man felt like he'd been living in a stagnant pool. When he thought he started out on a flowing stream. Didn't take long for him to find out it wasn't a stream or even a pool. It was more like mud puddle. That was constantly being filled up with dirt, year after year. And, well, no matter how much you try to keep it clean, the puddle would always dry out before any of his attempts bear fruit, every single time. He'd end up stuck on the bottom with only occasional rainwater keeping his existence going.
Right.
However, after a bout of heavy rain, he discovered a small crack of hope. A thin line leading to another flowing water in the original direction he wanted. Know what I'm saying?
I think so.
Oh my.
Ah,
Lucas in the house, yo!
hey,
What's up, what's up, what's up? And you, Pops, how goes it?
all good. You're in high spirits, aren't you?
Always. Anyway, Pops, what's shaking?
I think I should be the one asking you that. What's with all the excess energy?
You're right, and I probably should explain. But first, dear barista, may I put in an order?
You may.
I'd like a blue pea latte with super cool latte art on top.
All right. Let me just double check. It's just blue pea milk. What? Is it really just... Okay, I guess it wasn't that special of a recipe then. Unless it was... No.
Do it.
Okay.
Do the thing. Make the blue pea latte for the first time.
Apparently so. Just
You
in
do it.
case. Just in case the game tries to rob me. I don't feel like being robbed. I don't want to be robbed. Okay? Don't rob me in the streets.
No. I don't know. I can't speak to the streets of Seattle.
Yeah, just a normal blue pea latte.
Give him art.
What should I make, Sin?
Blue penis.
There.
That's it. What the hell is that?
Shut up.
I saw where you're going, but then I was like, what the? Huh? 2 heads?
A cup of blue latte with a masterpiece on top. For you, sir.
Eat a dick.
A masterpiece, eh? I like your confidence.
Ah, put it on the gram, you idiot. Do it.
Anyway, cheers.
Get banned.
Nice. Thanks, barista.
So, what's up, kid?
All's well, Pops. I'm waiting for the lady to arrive.
Oh, so Miss Riona's coming?
Yep, she should be here soon. The last couple of days have been really intense for us. In fact, I didn't sleep at all until last night.
Oh? Why?
Let's just say we've been busy cooking up stuff.
Tisk tisk.
What? What is it?
I know you're a hustler, kid. Your schedule is probably not like everyone else's. But I hope you won't drag others into unhealthy habits unnecessarily. Although I know next to nothing about banshee biology.
Doesn't she do late night deliveries?
Oh?
Sometimes she does deliveries until morning.
Then never mind, kid. Forget everything I said earlier.
Phew. I was like, oh man, what a stupid thing I did. What stupid thing did I do this time?
Nah, I was just pulling your leg. You're both adults. I was just playing around as the nosy and annoying old guy. Still, it's good that you guys are talking. Especially considering what happened the first time you two met.
Yeah, no kidding. That's what I mean by doing stupid things too. Sometimes I don't slow down enough to see the forest for the trees, you know?
It happens.
As long as you're aware of it and take a step back from it time to time.
Yep.
So, were you staying up because of the new podcast you posted?
Oh, yeah. Have you watched it?
What podcast?
Wait, did you like it? Suspicious.
The link is on my Chill Pops.
That was a podcast?
You've already seen it too? Oh man, I'm stoked.
I thought it was like a ghost hunt or something. With how dark everything was, lighting-wise.
So it was too dark, huh? I'll keep that in mind. I admit, what you call the ghost hunting segment was shot kind of spontaneously. But what do you think about the whole thing, Pops? You too, Barista. Tell me.
Oh, I saw the post, but I haven't had the time to watch it yet. I'm sorry.
What else do you do with your time, barista?
My headcanon is the barista doesn't have any free time. They just immediately warp to the next day.
Time skipping?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think the cafe and them are the same entity. They don't move.
Now, the
So-
barista went to the wedding, though.
Yeah, the barista did go to the wedding, but I still think they're the same entity. I mean, of course, the barista has traveled around and said as much. And I believe them when they said, oh, I've been to like Thailand or whatever fucking place that they get new tea recipes from or coffee recipes. But I feel like they're still the same entity, you know?
Sure.
Well, don't be sorry. But go watch it when you have the time, alright?
Will do.
Barista said,
Like a liar. Well, since I thought it was a ghost hunt, I didn't, you know. I didn't watch it all the way to the end.
Okay, that's fair. Understandable.
My daughter enjoyed watching the whole thing, though.
Ah, that's so great to know.
She told me Rachel was there too. What gives?
Rachel?
Yeah, she was our first guest.
Oh, so did you film the episode right after you three talked about it? The other day?
Exactly. That's why it was so spontaneously done. But the whole thing is not all about ghost hunting, Pops. That was just the clickbait. The actual story is...
I know. My daughter summarized it for me. You brought up the street. And the tree too, didn't you?
Exactly. Because it was part of our plan, right?
Oh? Oh, I see what's going on here. Welcome, Miss Riona.
hello.
Lady, finally you're here.
Good evening, miss.
Hi, everyone.
Was the traffic bad for you?
No, not at all. I had to deliver something before I came. That's why I'm a bit late. I apologize.
Nah, you're not late. I'm just early.
Would you like anything to drink?
Yes, please. I'd like a cup of mild coffee, sweetened with a lot of honey, if you would.
Simple enough. Honey coffee.
Coffee.
Honey.
Honey. No safety saves. Get in there.
No safety saves. Honey coffee. Order up.
That's just 3 generic drinks this round.
That's what I used to order back in the day.
Really?
I'm gonna guess this is Lucas filling out his arc. Yep. Lucas's arc is
Yay.
done. Yay. Favorite things: coffee, not anymore. Fried noodles, any. Avengers Stephenfold, Bat County. Somi Alpha 7, my beds. What I'm doing with my life. You know what I'm doing with my life. Breaking out of the mold one video at a time. Yay. Alright, Sin. Right, we finished our arcs. The only thing left to go down is the Evening Whispers. But, like, who cares? This is like, oh, a free trial, whatever. I don't see any Freyas in here, so I explicitly don't care.
Freya, where are you? Can you get in here, girl?
She's traveling the world writing books.
Just travel over here.
Yes, yes.
So, what's really been happening with you two? Congrats on the sex.
Oh, God.
This kid stayed up for days for something, apparently. Does that include you as well?
Yes, but those are just my regular working hours.
See? It wasn't sex. And I thought we were done talking about that, Pops. What the heck?
I'm not done playing the role of annoying and nosy old guy, that's all.
Jeez.
Oh, by the way. Thank you for telling me about the pie shop, miss. Somehow I didn't know it existed.
Are you talking about the disco pie?
Yep, that place closes up at midnight. It follows the schedule of the pub adjacent to it. Now my daughter can get pie even when I'm home late.
I see. That's good.
I swear I'm not trying to point your regulars in the direction of your rival, barista.
It's fine, it's fine. It's not fine.
What rival?
Maybe I should start selling food here.
Oh no, ideas for the next game.
No, hell no.
Did I miss something?
I'm wondering too. Well, as you probably know, especially if you follow my...
Wait, what?
I think we just moved
Oh.
on.
I think that was the game doing a check to see if we gave her the card. Gave him the card.
Ah, okay.
Let's see.
It's probably right.
Right, okay. So it would just cut this off and
Yeah.
jump from
Jeez. Well, as you probably know, especially if you're following my T-Chill, we started a vlog/podcast thing.
Right. My daughter watched the first episode yesterday.
Did she like it?
She loved it. I heard her laughing all the way.
I'm glad.
So, what is this vlog/podcast thing, really?
Yeah, please, clarify. I saw you had this walk-around session in the episode. I thought podcasts are supposed to be voice only. Like a radio show, but you don't need to catch it live.
Well, nowadays there are a lot of podcasts with videos. Voice is still the most important part, though. And we did have the carpool podcast later in the episode. So usually there will be 2 versions of the same episode: the voice only one on audio streaming platforms, and the full video posted on video streaming platforms.
Ah, I see.
Sounds difficult to create both at the same time. It must require a lot of planning, doesn't it?
It does. If you're not the Lucas, that is. Thanks to my editing and interviewing skills, you can enjoy the action session with the voice-only version all the same.
I see.
It wouldn't be possible to make the episode as compelling, though, without Lady Riona giving us good information to make the episode work. Somehow her voice really resonates well with the mic. So it was a joy to edit in the narration. Also, Rachel was probably the best first guest we could have gotten. We even got a sneak preview of her singles. Our first episode got a ton of views because of that.
Really? That's great. But I wonder if that was cleared by her manager.
Probably not. But she knows what she's doing, I'm sure.
I can see why you two stayed up for days now.
Sounds great, y'all. So, miss,
Yes?
are you enjoying your new role as a show co-host?
Well, it's interesting so far. And I'm learning a lot of new skills. So I am eager to keep working on it. All the while I keep looking for auditions. And honing my craft.
That's all I needed to know.
So, what else is in the episode?
Go watch it. Just kidding. It's okay. You can watch it whenever.
I will, later, after work.
Liar.
So, Mr. Lucas, you said this is part of your plan. And officer, you said you all need players to be here to form a complete story? What's with all that?
Pops, if you please.
Alright, I'll start. Barista, do you remember what we talked about a couple of days ago?
Which part?
I asked you and Gala which you preferred, wild rumors or bad press. Though you didn't answer.
Ah, yes, I remember. You said something about combining them, I think?
Yup, and that's where I and Lady Riona come in.
Oh?
Pops was telling me about his meetup with the grieving vandals. So I know the whole story, and I get what they were going for.
It's not that they want their friend to be remembered in a bad way.
Yeah, they just want them to be remembered, period. So, from talking with Pops, I had an idea. An idea to turn their actions into a neighborhood legend. Urban legend. With their and the victims' families' permission, of course.
The victim's family?
When the officer asked me if I knew them, I was able to track them down.
You did? That's great. How?
We operate on a similar wavelength, which is the easiest way to explain it. It took a while, but I managed to reach them.
I see. That makes sense. So, you're trying to turn their act of vandalism into an urban legend?
Exactly right.
Urban legend usually starts with hearsay. Created from half-truths, half-exaggeration, from each speaker to the next listener.
I see what they're doing. If you recall, Sin, that's the opening to the game.
For what?
It's the opening of the game where the text crawl is going over the
Ah.
city of Seattle.
I see.
And the narrator is talking about how stories find their way into a certain coffee shop and they remain in a stranger's half glazed memory.
I see.
Like a game of coffee talk. Like a game of tag.
Sometimes they can even be all lies. But most of them often serve as a cautionary tale.
Yep.
But the best thing about this one, it's all real. It really didn't take much for me to tweak it into a whole new story.
Why did it need tweaking?
To make it less clear, of course. Because you want everyone to get curious. If you explain everything all at once, there's no mystery for others to dig into. Once they're hooked on the premise, folks will try finding things out on their own. And in this case, because the tree has already had an actual long history, those who dig for more information will surely fall down the rabbit hole. Other content creators who are into this stuff will lap it up. And they tend to be big. Then, the rest is history. Their friend's memory will have a life of its own.
Ah, I see what you mean. Do you have the story in yesterday's episode?
Part of it. We're planning to discuss it further in a couple episodes. Because you need to give the impression time to propagate, you know?
Honestly, it was probably good enough. Because my daughter couldn't stop asking me more about it. She knows the story was based on my case. And she's been telling her friends at school about the video. Without letting them know it was my case, of course.
That would be bad.
Sounds very promising, though.
You're telling me that's great. Send our thanks to your daughter, Pops.
Eh.
What?
This is all very different, but a somewhat exciting experience. How do you know this will all work out as intended?
We don't. It's not that easy to influence that many heads, you know?
Huh? But you were so confident.
Because we'll never know the outcome of anything unless we try.
That's true.
Well, congrats on taking a step into a new direction, kiddos. Who knows? Maybe someday soon I'll join in on that.
You want to become an influencer too, Pops?
Ha! Could you imagine? Nah, I meant taking a step into a new direction. How about Georgie Williams, private investigator sounds?
Oh, hell yeah. Wow. Really? You gonna be a PI, Pops?
It's time for Lost Judgment, even loster with George B. Williams.
For real?
Nah, I'm kidding.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Or am I?
Never mind. Who really knows at this point?
I mean, I think it fits you well.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, miss.
I might have to leave soon.
Huh? Why?
I haven't eaten anything substantial since this morning. It's nighttime. It was a really busy day. Girl, take care of yourself.
Oh, word? Let's go then.
You can stay. I'll just go for a quick bite and come back.
Nah, let's just go. We're partners, right? Besides, we still have a lot of things to discuss.
You're right. Okay, if you're fine with it.
But before we go, I want to give a final test to Barista.
Oh, wait.
Test?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm very impressed with your coffee shop. It's one of the best I've ever been in. And I see your regulars are loyal as well. So, I want to send you a luxurious Luke's approved 5-star plaque.
Oh my. So that's real, huh?
What's that?
Nothing. Does it mean this coffee shop will be part of the hottest gang now?
Only if you pass this one test. Make me a custom order based precisely on my preferences.
Could you tell me a bit more?
After all, the relationship between a shop and its patrons is based on deep familiarity. So, I just want you to make me a drink based on what you know about me. I can't really drink coffee anymore, but I still need the caffeine.
Right.
I like really sweet things, and sometimes I forget to eat, so I'll need something rich to soften up the drink. What special drink would satisfy all that?
I'm gonna guess it has to be tea or milk, but probably hibiscus or blue pea based on this game. There's still one undiscovered drink, so I'm guessing this would probably be the drink, but who knows? Well, there's two anyway. What honey combination have we not had? Let's see. Milk and honey, mint, ginger, honey and mint, milk and ginger.
Does this have caffeine? Any of these that you're thinking of?
Tea has caffeine in it.
Is this a tea? I guess so.
I mean, there's nothing else on the list that has like caffeine other than coffee, and you can't drink coffee. So we're gonna make some guesses here. I don't want you to tell me what the answer is gonna be until I'm out of guesses, okay?
Will you
Does that
figure
sound
it
good to you?
out in 5 guesses, viewers? Comment below.
Shut up, Sid. Okay, my first guess is gonna be ginger and honey. Blue pea, ginger, honey.
Beep, beep, beep. No!
Nope. Shut up. Okay. Let's try. Try blue pea, cinnamon, and honey.
No!
Okay. Let's try. Let's see. What hibiscus did we not make? Honey and mint, ginger, milk and honey, ginger and honey. So that's not ginger. Hibiscus, hibiscus. Let's go with cinnamon and honey. Hibiscus with cinnamon and honey.
Yet!
Let's go with hibiscus, honey, and cinnamon.
Nine!
All right, final guess. Let's try. Okay, let's see. Man, this is a cool drink. Okay. Honey and then milk for. Okay. Blue pea, honey. No. Blue pea, honey, milk. Let's see if that works. Whoops. Blue pea, honey, milk. Aha! I did it! How about this? Huh? Nope, I don't think so. Fuck off, game. Sin, was I close?
I'll say you have it almost perfect.
I almost had it perfect. Damn it.
Do you want to, how much more
Alright,
help do
Sin.
you want than that?
Well, I gave my 5 guesses, so I feel like I had it on the last try, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. So, tell me the recipe.
Now you were correct, and even with an order for honey and milk.
Ah, so hibiscus then.
No.
No? Regular tea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is just an English tea, though.
Why don't you brew it and find out?
Alright.
Alright. Did I mess up? Green tea. My bad.
Ah, okay. This is just matcha then.
Oh, why don't you brew it and find out again?
Okay.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. 5 stars. Order up. Here you go, sir. Whoa!
That looks nice, kid.
What's over here? What's going on? Oh, recipes.
Yes. But you've completed the blue pea list.
Well, at least the game was like, you did it. A comforting herbal tea that soothes the spirits of upset children and stumped grown-ups alike. Interesting.
It's interesting that there's drinks that you'll never give to people in the story, though.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like Valhalla where if you give certain drinks depending on whatever knowledge you have from previous game or not, it'll just give you shit. Although
I
I did
guess-
try to give. Go ahead.
I was like, I guess there were some requests that allowed for flexibility in what you gave them.
Yeah, and the only one that never did anything was the Grinch, which was like cinnamon and milk and honey or something. And you can serve it to everyone in the game, and no one gives a special response. It's just like it's the only drink in the game that does nothing, which is very like yeah, that's happens sometimes in games like these. Some drinks do nothing. Like in Valhalla, there's the drink that almost never pops up unless you're playing the game badly called absinthe. It's the drink that gets replaced in the menu when you don't make friends with Stella, because Stella gives you a bottle of like whiskey, and you share it with Dana. But if you fail to make any sort of friends at all with Stella, Jill will find some absinthe underneath the shelf, and no one gives a shit about it.
Dang.
Good
Good
job.
job.
You've done it.
Did it.
Did it. What do you call this? Since it's made for your approval, 5 stars. How's that sound? With quotation marks and everything?
Yeah.
Perfection.
What do you mean? We're not doing anything to imply quotations other than text.
Truly,
A service worthy of Lucas's 5 stars. Cheers.
I guess that's his brand, I guess. Look at Georgie.
Wow, that's hot. Jeez.
You didn't have to drink it all at once like a jackass.
I think it's time for us to go. I mean, for me.
Roger that. Let's get going then. See you later, Pops. Good luck with everything.
You two. Get it? It's the same thing twice.
Bye, barista.
See you again soon.
Goodbye.
You did it.
Zerder.
So, just you and me now.
Just you and me now. Nothing wrong with that.
I have to go soon, though. Duty calls.
Sure.
Oh my.
Finally!
Yay!
Hello, barista. How are you? Freya.
Hey, Miss Greenhair.
Hey, officer. Long time no see.
I heard you've been going around the world, huh?
Around the world is a bit much,
Yeah, that face.
but I've been somewhere. I'm glad to see you're here, Freya.
Well, as much as I'd like to stay and chat, duty calls.
Aw, that sucks. I missed you. Well, see you later then, Georgie.
Yeah. Don't forget to tell Barista the truth, okay?
Question mark?
Later, Barista.
I will. Let me move over there. So, my buddy, my pal, my good friend. Barista, what's up? Why didn't you tell me you were coming? Before you start blaming me, it was a last minute thing. Even I didn't know I'd be back so soon. So, what makes you return sooner than expected? Well, maybe I'll tell you after a drink. Hey, do you remember my very first order ever? Espresso! Yep, you have a good memory. First time I was here, it was raining as hard as it is now.
As it always is.
I thought nothing was open anymore until I saw your shop. Your espresso was one of the best coffees I've ever had. Thank you. One espresso for me, please. Coffee, coffee, coffee.
And so it began, so it shall end.
Black as the night and hotter than the fierce pits of hell.
That's a lawsuit
Here you go,
waiting to
Freya.
happen.
A cup of triple shot espresso for you. Great! Again, this deep aroma and such a stellar flavors. Thanks. Now what's going over here? Oh, is it? No. I was gonna say, Freya jump scare, but no Freya jump scare. Lua jump scare.
Ah!
They're getting coffee or something. Traitor. So, mind telling me why Officer Georgie said what he said? Which part? Something about telling me the truth. Ah. Well, about that. Okay. I'm leading for a writer's residence soon. And it's really, really far away? What? I know. It was impulsive. It was something I did on a whim. I know. Me and my old buddy sent the application form like last month. Not really expecting anything. But we got accepted. And somehow it's for this year's rotation. Which means I need to pack and get ready really soon. It's not a scam, is it? Of course not. How long is it gonna be? I don't know. Probably a few months. But I might try to keep traveling after that. Okay. Barista? Are you sad? Nope. Don't want anything to do with you. Don't be sad while I'm gone, okay? I said I'm not sad. Aww. Anyway, tell me what's been happening all this time I've been gone. There should be a lot of juicy stories waiting for me, right? Oh, you have no idea. Spill it! Everything! Alright. So, it started around 2 weeks ago.
And behold.
Aqua's working on her game while Myrtle helps from time to time.
Let's go, lesbians!
Let's go, lesbians! They're a good team.
They appear to be very good friends.
Silver and Amanda's trip took them quite a bit further than they expected. And Pearl appears in a number of their selfies from London, Sydney, and the Mongolian steppe. Hyde's reputation as a dreamy, sensitive wedding photographer spread all around Seattle. And Gala is fond of qualifying him in those exact terms to Hyde's obvious displeasure, and secret joy. Lua and Bailey's bought a little house with large windows and a small garden, and an extra bedroom.
Oh boy.
Bailey's has been using it as a workspace, but it stands ready to fulfill a whole other function in some other night.
When the time is right.
The Neko Chill X Arami collaboration was a success on the new single, which was released on time. Even though reviews are mixed, her true fans love it. And that's all that matters, she said. Anime Eyes. In spite of its impromptu nature, their first vlogcast was a success, especially with Rachel's appearance boosting the views. Lucas's team joined the production a few episodes later, and are thinking about eventually covering home stories and other stuff.
Communities.
Word of mouth spread of the story of the accident, resulting in a combination of history and urban legend. A petition was then created to memorialize the site, which was successfully included in the area's renewal process.
Look at the gnomes.
The gnomes. Coffee Talk, a game by Togi Productions. In memoriam, Mohammed Fahmi Hassani, we love you. We did it, Sin. We beat Coffee Talk 2.
Dio!
Not Dio!
Yay, we did it.
We did it, Sin. We can now take that stretch everyone always takes after they finish a good-ass game.
I already did it. You're late.
I've been doing it a lot, man.
That was nice. Nothing particularly challenging, but it was nice to see the journey for a lot of these people.
Honestly, you could beat this game relatively easily without having to puzzle out the solutions mid-game. All you have to do is just go to Endless and just make recipes until you figure something out. And if you don't want to do that, then you're free to just look them up.
Yes, and while it's looking up, I did see that they should have gotten all the achievements since we went on the best route here. Or not all the achievements, most of them. Because there are such achievements for fucking things up. Shall I say it here, or shall I say it after this recording? So that the people in the comments can figure out. Okay.
You can do whatever you please.
I mean, if they made it this far, then maybe they should know. But there's such achievements like cold shoulders. It's earned by not serving Myrtle and Aqua the correct drinks. So I guess their conversation will just be very awkward. Then ghosted. It requires you to serve Riona the wrong drinks until she no longer visits the coffee shop.
Jeez. Brutal.
Yeah, she just straight up will not pop in anymore. And us.
And you. And us.
Whoa.
Whoa. Alright, game. Where's the juice? There's always some juice.
It's loading the juice.
There's the juice.
Hmm?
Is this the cat? No, it's Riona. Miss Riona! Hello again.
Hello. I dropped something here a long time ago, so I'm here to get it.
Oh? What item was it?
It's fine. I've got it. It was right under this seat.
Really? Huh. I always made sure to check everything before closing, too.
There are times when we simply miss things.
I don't like that game.
Particularly if it is a task that we have performed numerous times.
That's true. I guess it's a sign for me to double check everything. I don't like that game.
How do we double check things?
I'm
Do we gotta
not for
click
this
on
run.
the seat? What do you want us
Not
to
for
do?
not for this run game.
It may, or it may not be. I have a feeling you will find something of interest either way. There's even the possibility of gaining a complete understanding of everything.
Yes, whatever. I'll leave that to the viewer and hardcore faithfuls to find out on their own. That will not be covered here.
Take that, viewer. Or everyone.
Pardon? I didn't quite catch that. The game doesn't even let you bring up the side, so it's like, no, if you don't get it the first time, whatever.
Have a good evening, barista.
Okay. Have a safe trip, Miss Riona. I think she's onto us.
Pookie.
Huh. Oh well. Looks like no one else will be coming tonight. Might as well go check on... What was that?
Cat?
Sounded like it came from inside the drawer.
Eh? Oh, is this now telling us the things you dropped?
What the? The missing items. They're here.
Eh?
But they vanished a while ago.
Huh?
Now what is really going on?
Nani?
Nani? Do 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 do.
Okay.
Okay. You have now seen part of the image, but there are still many pieces to discover. Yay! We did it.
We did it.
We did it, Sin. We beat Coffee Talk 2. Episode 2, Biscuits and Butterfly.
Wow.
Let's look at the extras, see if there's anything fun for us, like comics or whatnot. Gallery.
That's all the
Nice,
title
nice.
screen backgrounds. Dia!
Aqua. Freya. Whoa, wait.
Okay, we have a full...
That dude's fucking dying in the mukbang.
What?
I'm gonna fucking eat it.
Yay. Okay, so she's had 3.
Wait. Does he wear pants? Never find
didn't,
out.
I didn't see him with pants in that other shot. Locked things.
Secrets that we have yet to find. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of other artists involved that do other
Yeah.
stuff.
There.
Dio does the main pixely art. Locked. What is this? We never figured out what this is. Like, is this a game hint? Whatever.
Missy, is he? I don't know. I guess for the bad endings of some of those locked ones.
Seems like it. Oh, definitely haven't seen any of these. Wait, what? I guess Andrew Jeremy is a golem in this take.
I thought that's him
Yeah.
right there.
I didn't know. I thought it was just like, an avatar. But I
What?
should have taken it more literally, considering golems are real in this.
Yes, you keep forgetting, but I thought those glasses were cheeks in that shot.
Me too.
But now I know.
Now you know.
Ah, outfits, concept art.
Puppets. These are all good takes. I like this eyes better, unfortunately. I think Riona has a stellar design, but her eyes really put me off a lot of times. Like, the green
fits
dot
the
will be staring
Banshee.
at you, but her eyes are off to the left or right, and I really don't like it. 6 is not doing it for me. 5 isn't doing it for me. 4 isn't doing it for me. 1 is doing all right. 2 isn't as, I don't like it as much. I bet they're 1-to-1 and I'm just crazy. But 1 is better than me, and 3 is obviously the best of the best.
Yes.
What is the cat's deal?
We'll have
Who
to
knows?
find out, maybe.
I'm not finding out. Garbage.
Damn.
Ooh, damn. She got it going on back there. Ooh.
Is that Dorothy over there?
Where?
No, it's this. It's looking at the bot.
Oh,
For the
shut
booty.
up. You tricked me. Whoa.
Hey, things. Proper art.
Is this what you called with birthday cake? I don't get it. Explain it to me.
It's just Bailey's and Lua is upset now, but yeah, I also don't know what.
I'm sorry, Lua. It's just a joke. I'm a stupid elf. Ooh. Let's go, lesbians.
Hey, they do it.
Cute.
There's Neil. Whoa.
Pops. Pour milk. Steam
That's
makes
for you.
foam. Add milk syrup and honey to taste. Add the steamed milk, but leave the foam for later. Stir for a bit. Add the foam. Garnish with honey and mint leaves. Ready to serve. How to make a Milky Way.
That's just
From
the
CoffeeTalk.
Dreamcast.
I would love to print this and put it on my wall. This is
Do
cute.
it. Do it, coward.
I would love to.
Print screen it and do it.
Happy birthday, Myrtle. This is quintessential Myrtle. This is good. She's not anime, not overly cute, but she's got cool, kick-ass tough girl energy.
Football.
Happy birthday, Myrtle. Myrtle gets 2 birthdays, and everyone else.
Yeah.
Let's go, lesbians.
Aw.
And that's for Mohammed. And this is the image that the CoffeeTalk Twitter put out for when Mohammed died, and they put out "You will always be in our hearts," and this was the image they put.
Yep, and that's the very last image in the gallery.
Very last image. But yeah, there's quite a lot of images that aren't unlocked. Like, quite a lot. I assume most of them are bad endings. and maybe one or two are true endings. But yeah, there's a couple of pictures not unlocked. And let's look at the achievements. Welcome to Coffee Talk. What can I get you? Let me start over. First brew. It's a masterpiece. Is this it?
No.
We are all friends. Stop it. Listen to all the songs. Oops, failed messenger. Provide Riona with poor service until she no longer visits the coffee shop. Yep. Give Lucas incorrects on his first 3 visits. Forgetful, aren't we? Aqua and Myrtle didn't get to make up. Spent a total of 1 art making latte art. This was an achievement in the last game, and I don't know why they keep doing it. It's not funny. I don't know why.
You.
It's not for art people. I mean, it's not for people who don't do art. This is just an achievement where you open up the menu and you walk away, and you can come back and go, okay, it's done. Let's see. Serve 10 correct drinks in a single session of challenge mode. Always fun. Challenge mode again. Fail to inspire Rachel with your drink. First love. Serve Dreamin' Blue when Rachel needs inspiration. Okay.
Okay. That's just
Oh,
one.
I see.
It's either
So if you give her
either
different
or, I
drinks,
guess.
she'll make different songs.
That's the different
Okay.
album covers, I guess.
Okay, I like that. Serve Rachel milk honey green tea when she needs inspiration. That's very plain, but okay. Myrtle and Aqua, correct drinks. Give Lucas his contact info, or did we not do this?
We should have. Maybe we gotta do both. I don't know. It says or. So
Give Gala the fidget spinner. Why?
Yeah.
Give Riona the fidget spinner. Okay, makes sense. Good
Wait, no,
service.
let me read it again. That first one.
Sure. Give Lucas's contact info or fidget spinner to Rachel. Oh, to Rachel.
Yeah, so we were autofilling.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. Steal the agents, give it to Silver, obviously. Prevent Gala from getting fined. Well, yeah. Good job, Sin. You saved Gala from getting fined.
Yeah.
The blood is red. Serve Hyde's favorite biscuits drink. What am I going to wear? Don't give Gala Hyde's invitation to the wedding. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Play story mode to the conclusion once. One way to find out. The whole album. Complete the story mode with the least amount of points possible. I guess that means just barely crossing the finish line, where the game doesn't say fuck off. Local favorites. Ensure everyone gets the right drink, so I'm guessing this is a perfect playthrough achievement.
Yeah.
Hard-boiled advice. Modern problems require modern solutions. Unlocked conversation with Detective McQueen. I don't...
Absolutely.
Shut up. Complete Silver and Amanda's normal story arc. Okay, so they have a good and bad, bad, normal, and good routes.
Snitch on them to the feds.
Version 2. 2 versions, huh? Interesting. Version 1. Around the world, around the world. Okay, so the first version is them just going around the world. Complete Hyde's normal story arc. Complete Hyde's good story arc. Complete normal story arc. Complete the good story arc. Finish Georgie's incomplete story arc once. Okay. Complete Georgie's good story arc once. Oh, did we fuck up somewhere? Interesting.
Who's to say?
I guess we fucked around once, but apparently we got... No, you know what? This is probably playthrough 2 then. Because there was some bits of a story that didn't line up. Normal story
Mystery
arcs.
Riona.
Best story arcs. Complete Georgie, Lucas, and Riona's best story arc simultaneously. So we
Okay,
did
so
do
maybe,
it.
Maybe Georgie's good arc independent of everyone else.
Interesting. I guess that's the...
So
New
like
Game
just
Plus
tell
content.
Lucas and Riona to fuck off, but still help Georgie out. I don't know.
Maybe. You did it. And reunite Tofu with his owner. I'm guessing that's the cat. Cat's name is Tofu. Thank you, achievement spoiler. I appreciate it. Unlock all special drinks, which you can do in endless mode. This is the hard challenge mode. This is where the video game actually is. Serving 50 correct drinks in a row is not quite easy. It's not hard, but it's not really easy. Unlock all the artworks. Unlock all achievements. Yeah, I will admit, Coffee Talk 2 has a lot more story branches,
Seems like
which you can find out for yourself.
You too can break up the lesbians, you
Monster.
Alright, Sin. It's time for our final thoughts. What did you think about Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly?
Again, a nice delight. Like, it's very interesting to see just how expansive it can be, and especially however other secret items there are. Mystery with Riona and her blue text. But again, still feel like at least getting the best route is very easy. Like, there weren't a lot of not obvious routes to go here in order to help people out, so long as you serve everyone the correct drinks. But
Right.
again, still very much a delight. Still nice to see people old and new, some fun dynamics that weren't in the first game that are now here. Just
Yes.
like dudes being dudes with Gala, and for Rachel's dad and Georgie.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of nice character moments in here.
Yes, I very much agree. What I liked is, once again, unfortunately, this isn't a bad unfortunately, it's just unfortunately, it is what it is to me. I will always compare Coffee Talk to Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender Action, and of course, this game, even if no one wants to admit it, but I know it to be true because, for one, this game came directly after Valhalla's release. The game's main artist, Kirin, is featured in the special thanks for Coffee Talk 1, so I'm guessing they weren't going to be shy about thanking him for his work and inspiration. Coffee Talk, I like Coffee Talk because it has more game than Valhalla, but it doesn't have the depth and character of Valhalla, right? And that is what it is. I won't say it's a shallow game because it's not shallow, but it doesn't go too far past the surface. We can like dig our heels into it and see how we affect people's lives, but unfortunately it doesn't. You don't spend a single day with one person by themselves and really get into their meat. Like Riona, as the titular title character, who is featured in all the thumbnails and is the main girl on the art, you dig a lot into her story because she starts out very reserved. Whereas in the original game, there was no one really reserved. Everyone had their stories and they were gonna finish their stories in your shop or outside of the shop, doesn't matter. But Riona's story feels like it will only be completed in the shop. So that is a bonus. That's what I like that a lot. Because I really think the game needs more of, hey, this one character really does need you, the player, to chat with and talk to. Which the player doesn't particularly have much agency in the story besides serving drinks. But
Yeah.
once again, in comparison to Valhalla, even if Jill serves incorrect drinks, her agency is never taken away. Like, if you serve incorrect drinks to certain customers, you'll get even more from them. Like, one of the characters, Art Von Delay, if you serve him all wrong drinks, you'll get to hear a whole side of his story you never got to hear. But only if you serve him incorrect drinks. Only if you don't care.
Yeah.
Or if you peer through a character's veil of, I only want tough guy drinks, and you serve them a sweet girly drink, then they'll open up. Whereas Coffee Talk, I don't feel that player character ability to peer past the veil of what's going on the surface. Like if Gala asks for his fury drink, but instead you serve him, I don't know, green tea, the most you'll get is a what the fuck. You won't get here's why my fury has plagued my whole life, and seeing you not giving me my proper drink is gonna unlock this whole story, but under a negative connotation, but it's still more story. So unfortunately, the game doesn't do things like that. But Here's what it does have with Valhalla. It has 2 parts, episodes 1 and 2. So even if you don't feel like you get two separate deep stories, you get 2 mildly well in-depth stories that complement one another, I should say.
Yeesh.
Were you gonna speak up, Sin?
I don't know, that's the thing with serving like Gal wrong drink, but story continues anyway. Well, at least from what we're seeing here with this game, is like, yeah, not like this, things can deviate a bit more if you just don't give people the right drinks at least. It's like, yeah,
Right.
for some instances, it's like we got that achievement of don't give Georgie his lighter. It's just like, yeah, whatever, and they don't even really mention it, which
Yeah, that happens.
I feel
a
like
lot in
that
the
could be a
game where
missed
you can-
opportunity. It could just be like, hey, what the fuck? Don't you have it? And maybe the barista could just lie and be like, nope, I guess I didn't have it after all.
Yeah, you can clearly see the points in the story where you can see the game calculating, is X or Y true? Then here's your extra conversation, and then they'll skip on past it. Like, sometimes it's really jarring. And as you've pointed out a lot of times, there's a lot of spelling errors, which, it happens to everybody. I'm not going to ding the proofreader for that. It's even more noticeable when you see spelling errors compounded with the game very obviously accounting for is X or Y true. And you go, oh, that doesn't feel so natural.
It just
So I'm gonna
doesn't
ding
fit
it
in
for
the
that.
flow of the conversation, sure.
Right. It's very jarring, and sometimes I get very confused when I see the conversation very poorly go, so anyway.
Yeah.
But I will give the game 2 points over Valhalla, which is what I gave it last time. And it's the same point, so I'm glad they're doing it again. They have more game modes, which is endless. Endless is free and challenge mode, which you'll see right now. It will show up on the sides. Free brew and challenge mode. Challenge mode is obviously serve these drinks on a schedule. You gotta serve them quick and fast under these circumstances. It's more game than just here's your fun visual novel. Cool, great, I like that. Free brew is for, hey, I just want to make drinks. Where in Valhalla, you can't really just make drinks for the fun of it. You can make drinks before giving them to people, and you have an unlimited number of tries. You can stay there all goddamn day. But it's not really phrased as a, fun hangout session. It's kind of like Jill's taking her time making drinks, whatever. And I appreciate the extras menu, because in the previous game they had the comics, which was updated in the second and final patch. You have the gallery and achievements, whereas Valhalla, I don't recall it having a gallery per se. It might, I could be misremembering, but off the top of my head, I only recall it having new game, continue, load, and settings. And none of those were particularly any different from the standard. And the other thing I do like is New Game Plus, whereas the story will deviate slightly based on the protagonist, being the barista, being a child of a great descendant of Neil's bloodline and being the protector of Earth, and they having the ability to traverse time and do things for an unknown goal, which is probably just protecting humanity one small step at a time. But having that knowledge of, our protagonist is a time traveler, they will play the game again, but achieve even better results or a worse results or however results they need to see more of the story. I like that. It's very Danganronpa, 9 person, 9 doors, 9 hours, Virtue's Last Reward, Zero Time Dilemma, games like that. Or the Somnium Files, however you want to put it. I do enjoy that. It is, again, more game. I like my games to have more game in them. Even though it's a visual novel, that doesn't stop it from having to have, it doesn't stop it from having the ability to have more game in it. I will say though, in Valhalla they have the Model Warrior Julianne minigame where it's a shoot 'em up. Although it's pretty hard and there's no real reward for it, it is a fun little game, but it's not as substantial as I say challenge mode or New Game Plus. So those are the things I liked. Another thing I didn't like is the thing I wanted most from the last game that we talked about before, which was more argument sections where the screen cuts in half and there's a fierce back and forth debate. And even though it doesn't do anything gameplay wise, it's a very eye-catching narrative story moment. the scene has changed, whereas the scene never really changes in Coffee Talk. Except in this game, you do get scene changes for when you get items in your inventory, but those are just like little cutaways, whereas the argument sections are more dynamic. And once again, to my disappointment, it only happened once in the game, again, whereas I was hoping for more back and forth, because you have Lucas being an obvious dipshit, but it doesn't ever open up to an argument section, which again, it isn't gameplay, it's just more flavor, but you know, more flavor isn't a bad thing.
So on that note, is like, I feel like episode 2, like perhaps to detriment, perhaps not, depending on how you look at it, there's less tension than there even is in the first game, or even something compared to Valhalla, which does have high stakes moments. But like in the first episode, I mean, we had freaking Gala with his fury just come in and he's about to wreck shit. So it's like, oh
Right.
shit, oh shit, oh shit. But
That was
here,
very...
yeah, this
Go on,
game
sorry.
there isn't really that much. Again, because a lot of it is returning cast who kind of have already had their arcs fulfilled. It's just, as long as it's just like, okay, here is just, it's like smaller issues that are happening now. I mean, perhaps if you go the bad routes, like with Aqua, then maybe they just break up and they never reconcile, then perhaps you can get your attention that way. But for just going through the best route here, at least on the first go around, is, again, a lot of it can feel safe, but maybe that's what you want from a Coffee Talk. Maybe you just want something nicer and cozier, and you're just there to help move things along just a little bit.
Right, and I totally get that. But at the same time, you bring up an excellent point, which is one I had totally forgotten about until you brought it up, which was when Gala comes in on his fury into the coffee shop, it is a very, very, very fun and dramatic, intense moment, because if you recall, Gala needs you to make him his fury remedy. If you don't remember, he will wreck the shop, he will cause violence in the streets, and he'll get arrested. And he'll, I don't remember the full conclusion, but he does get arrested and get fined, and Georgie fails at convincing his coworkers to stop being racist, basically. And that was very tense because you don't get a chance to pull up your menu. If you try to pull up your phone pad, Gala roars and you put it down. You have to remember it. You have to have remembered it. And even though the game heavily signposted, like, I hope you remember this drink for the future, you may need it, which the game does quite liberally, which is, you know, good for a player standpoint. You want the player to be able to say, the game told me, I was just stupid about it, which is, I appreciate that, that's fair. None of that was in this game, and I get why. You know, Gala has solved his issues. There's no characters who will come in seemingly on their face, causing trouble. I would like it if Rihanna came in, when she came in crying, if she went full Banshee mode, and the solution was serving her a drink she really liked, which would be
I was
like,
gonna
I
bring
don't
that
know.
up too. There's like the one point I feel like it could have used a tense moment was Rihanna coming in all distraught, and she had her one bit in the beginning of the game where she was genuinely pissed off, but that was it at that point. Again, maybe if you just give her bad service, she'll just leave in an angry fit or something. Who's to say? But still, it's like, I feel like if there's tension in like some of the other routes, then I feel like we could have fit it in some fashion on the best route as well.
Right. Another thing that you also just reminded me of, while I was talking, I got reminded of it. The game also doesn't go in very deeply on the different species. Like, we did cover fairies and the transient folks quite a bit, but we never got into specifics. Whereas in the first game, even though the player is a long-established barista and they're familiar with the world's races, the game does its best to ease you into the racial struggles and inequalities of the Coffee Talk universe of Seattle 2023, which was, you know, the elves are stuck up, the succubi are doing their best to, you know, what have you. You see their struggles through the veil, through the lens of Bailey's and Lua, which is very good. Even though it's still Romeo and Juliet, you're seeing the game explaining, hey, this is how the world's races work. Elves are stuck up, succubi aren't as stuck up, but they don't want to deal with the stuck up folks. And you have
Nekomimi
Gala
are
with his being a werewolf and his fury. That is his big racial trait of beastmen have to go through their fury, and it sucks for them. And Hyde's racial trait was being a vampire, and he wants to break away from that. He wants to be a vegan vampire, and he's been blood sober for 50 years or so, which, you know, wonderful for him. But that's his racial struggle. And Rachel's, she didn't really have racial struggle, but she still had her Nekomimi transformation be at the front and center of her character. She would always come in transformed, or she would transform in the shop. How you know, what have you. And Neo being an alien, formerly Neo, now Silver, being an alien, had their struggles, and it was very interesting to see how they would cope with that. Which, that is the one part they do continue of, how Silver is like, hey, I struggled with being an alien, and this is the conclusion to my arc. Which is, I feel, he's one of the few characters who did get more to his arc that wasn't just like kind of repeat, whereas, you know, Rachel, she came back and said, hello, I'm still doing my singer thing, whereas Silver's former arc was, I'm coming to Earth and I want to fit in. The conclusion of the game was, I have a new personality, a new face, I'm feeling more myself, and the game continues on with, okay, now that I'm myself, what is my place in the world? Which is a good continuation of his arc and his racial struggles, which is good. I like that. What I really would like to see is more Lucas being a sayer, or talking about his experiences as a sayer. They did talk about racial inequality a lot, but never about specific characters' traits. What makes them unique? What makes them important to the story? Why we're seeing them instead of somebody else? And Lucas talked a lot about wanting to prop up people who are downtrodden and such, and, you know, hidden talents and underrated. But we never got to see what makes Lucas, besides his personality, which you can see in a lot of media, young, scrappy talent wants to do good in the world. What makes him a sayer in this world, but also an influencer? What's that about? I would like to see more of that. And we didn't get to see any of that, but we did get to see his backstory with his dad, which is, I would say that's a suitable replacement. Not what I wanted, but it's suitable. And most of all, to wrap up this long ass tangent, because I am going way over than what you had to say, because I have a lot to say. I really would have liked to see more of Riona's struggles with her race. And you can say, but rules. She has a lot of struggles with people discriminating against her because she's a banshee. Definitely. Why? They never went more past, oh, they kind of bring bad luck, I guess? They never explicitly said it. They mainly just implied, oh, the singers are left to succubi or other races who are good at singing, dryads or nanads or whatever race they said was good at singing that banshees weren't typically cut out for. They never really went past of that. And they touched on things like, oh, Riona, when she dies, she'll fade away from the world. She won't disappear from people's memories, but she'll fade away. What's up with that? Is that a struggle of hers? Why bring it up? And they did cover one part of her racial struggles, which is banshees live in a commune, which is she wanted to break away from that because her mom kind of drove her out of it, sort of. She seemed like she wanted a new environment where her mother's anger didn't taint that. And I get that. That's good. That's a real big part of, hey, my people are like this. I want it to be different from that. This is what makes me me. This is really good. But it mainly leaned on, but my mom kind of had an important role, and it consumed her and it consumed me more so than racial struggles, which is, personally, I feel the spark that makes Coffee Talk. Whereas a game like Valhalla, the spark is cyberpunk world. You're a downtrodden bartender, down on her luck, trying to get by. That's the spark. The city is shitty. It's out to get you. You're a normal person in this Blade Runner universe trying their best. You're not the main character. You're a side character.
And you actually
in Coffee
have to
Talk,
pay
the
bills.
spark. Yes, you have to actually pay bills. You have to do a good job, or you'll fail. And in Coffee Talk, the spark that makes Coffee Talk is, oh, we live in a magical world. It's just normalized. There's golems, there's banshees, there's elves, there's orcs. There's all the races that come together and do amazing things, but the world doesn't seem too much different for that, which disappoints me sometimes. But then we get the news articles which have wild shit in there, which I wish the game would expand more on. But of course, it's just like the articles in Valhalla where they say crazy shit, but they never elaborate on, because that just fills out the world, which I feel Coffee Talk is going for as well. But it never feels like it fills out the world that it makes characters want to talk about it. Because in Valhalla, when articles are brought up in the news, it usually gets brought up one way or another into the story. It serves a purpose for some reason. It's going somewhere. Coffee Talk, I don't get that. For instance, there's a giant space laser, or there's underwater treaties. What does that have to do with anything? What's our analog for that? If it was through Aqua of her being like, oh, my family's having a hard time because of the treaties, I would go, oh, that serves a purpose. Whereas the only time I can remember the articles being relevant were for the FIRE chief getting fired because obviously Silver and Amanda leaked his corruption, and in the previous game where Morris Lester got arrested for lying, and that was the conclusion of Rachel's arc, which is cool. You're doing something, news. Do more of that, you know?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So, yeah, that's my long-ass tangent about Coffee Talk's successes and failures. Overall, despite everything I said, even all this criticism comes from a place of true love. I love
sure.
Coffee Talk. I have it on my wall. I have the limited edition pre-ordered. I have 2 copies of the limited edition box set for Coffee Talk 1. I've sit here dedicated many days and hours of my time playing with you and editing these videos to the best of my ability because I love this game. I'm putting it out here for friends and family and fans if they come by or just want some cool background music, or to see what a random person on the internet thinks about this game and what are their thoughts. I do it because I think this game's amazing, and I don't play many games on this channel that I'm uploading to. Mainly it's just visual novels and quick looks at things I think are cool for my own amusement, not for the algorithm or to get YouTube famous, just for my own personal entertainment. So once again, overall, I think Coffee Talk's amazing. I think people should buy it. I hope there's an episode 3. I don't know where it'll go from here, but depending on what the true ending says, it might be, oh, here's what's going on in Coffee Talk episode 3. It'd make me extremely happy to see it one day, and considering how the comic writers have taken over as writing, as it seems, there's totally potential for a Coffee Talk comic if they want to continue it that way. A lot of games have continued their stories in comics, or if they do have the motivation for a Coffee Talk episode 3 because sales were good and people were hyping it up, like me, I've been hyping it up for months, years even, then I'd be very glad to see it.
Yeah.
Got it all
I
out.
agree. Good. You feel nice? You feel good?
I feel very good. I feel like I got a big weight off my chest. Not really a weight, but got my thoughts out. How was my voice acting overall, Sin? Today I kind of died. Like, my throat is really fried today, so I couldn't.
You tripped up a lot.
I tripped up a lot. My voices were all over the place. I know that. Like, right now I'm even feeling in my throat like, oh, I need some honey and lemon in my throat as soon as we finish. But yeah, overall, how would you rate my voice acting?
And there was still variety. You definitely gave it your very best shot, and it was good. Like, there are very little notes I can give other than, like, just for Bailey's, like, with the introduction of Lucas, like, you struggled to give him his own identity a bit here and there.
Right.
And I think Bailey's like emotional like peaks and valleys. I suffer is a bad word for it, but you know the term, like it suffered for it.
Yes.
So because I feel like especially during the wedding bits, like the storytelling was fine just because he was telling a story, but there were other points where it was like, it could have been better, but I think you were just so focused on making him lower than Lucas that it just didn't have that range. But again, that's
right.
Only the harshest points of my criticism of your voice acting, and for you being unexperienced and untrained, which
amateur, definitely.
You don't really need to be if you want to be a good actor. I mean, definitely it helps to have training such as myself, but I mean, if you just are that attached to something and you're passionate and you want to present it in a good, faithful way, then, I mean, anyone can put in a voice or two.
Hell yeah.
But
As
good
for
job.
me, Sin, your voice acting is always A+ across the board. I love all the directions you took all the characters, as always. I hope to be as good as you one day, because your Riona was spot on from moment one. The moment I heard your Riona, I fell in love. No kidding. Like, I look forward to playing Coffee Talk with you, just so I can hear your Riona. It's very Morticia. I like every single time you say yes, you go, yes. It's there every single time. It's very specific. It's very driven. I just love hearing it because I can close my eyes and I see her so clearly with that voice in my head. And if they were to ever have a Coffee Talk voice thingy, whatever, I would put you in the seat or someone who can come close to your impression, because it was always A+ across the board.
That is very much appreciated. It is very nice to hear those words for sure, and I'm sure they would want an actual female or female presenting person to voice Riona if that were ever the case. But it's always nice to, like, when you know you've landed the character and it just gets backed up as it goes on. It's like, I gave her the more elevated up here. She seemed distinguished in some regard, so I wanted to give her some of that. But not too haughty-taughty. It's not like
Not
like
too
Stella.
haughty-taughty, but with
not,
a bit
not
of
Stella
husk.
in our. We're not going full. But
Right.
it's still like, and then so just to see that she is very much old-fashioned, and that she does have more of an expanded vocabulary. It's just like, yes, somehow I've got the feeling for her, like off the bat. Is like, nice. That just made me
Yes,
feel
in my
good
mind's
about my
eye,
choices.
even if they went, oh, we want to hire a woman. If I were on the casting team, I'd go, no, you don't understand. Riona has a bit of husk. So unless you find a female voice actress with the right level of Morticia and a husk that I feel mainly male performers can achieve a bit better, I wouldn't agree to it. But
There's very
once again,
talented female voice actors out there.
No, of course. I'm just heavily biased in this moment. In other characters you did, your Lua is always great. Very motherly, very office lady, very calm. Even when she's not calm, she's still very calm.
No, but
I'd
I'd like to put in like a little sultriness as well. She's a succubus after all, even if
Yes.
she found her man, but they still like put in that playfulness.
I can't say I really detected sultry, but I detected motherly and very what's the word I'm looking for? It's like warm, long-time aunt as well. You know, mother, aunt. I never got sultry. Lua doesn't give the sultry appearance to me. Even at her newest costume change where you can see her more of her chest, it's like, no, it never comes off as sultry. I think succubi is
maybe
just
that's
like
for
a
the
race.
best. It's definitely not what I'm not going for motherly or auntly just because she's not a mother yet.
Yeah.
They're trying.
But yeah, I try to pepper that in just because, again, succubus, so it should come with the territory, I feel.
I also love your Officer Dooley, even though you annoyed the shit out of me with him. I think Officer Dooley and Officer protagonist from Evil Dead, from Evil Within. I
Or
think those two dynamic are
Looker
great.
from Pokemon.
Yeah, Looker from Pokemon Sun. I like my performance there. I think I nailed it in one, just like you nailed it for Riona. That dynamic was very pleasant. Personally, I like your Georgie, but I feel like it's always missing something. Like
Yeah,
you have.
I feel like I could have done. I mean, whenever he was getting scared, I was allowed
Yes.
to get more fun with that, just because his like the sprites, especially also including me, and as to like, no, he's terrified. Because he kind of has the same expression a lot, so I feel like there's not terribly that much to go other than, okay, now we're happy, but other one, now we gotta bring it back a bit.
Right. Personally, I feel like if I if I heard more Georgie that comes from the 70s and 80s kind of black family comedy more, I don't know if this is in your range or not, and I'm not demanding this of you or asking this of you, but I feel like that's where he would land, because Georgie feels to me very similar to Family Matters, All in the Family.
No, he's definitely more of a
Good Times.
sitcom type role, for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely very Good Times, very, what's that one show? Whatever. But yeah, if you know what shows I'm talking about, like Family Matters, then
Sure.
you know exactly.
I just haven't seen
Oh,
them.
and like
just 'cause
more
that's
Fresh
not in
Prince.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, definitely more Fresh Prince is one of those shows as well.
But yeah,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I haven't seen those much just because my background different than your background for sure. But,
Yes, obviously.
So could definitely stand to improve that a bit more should the next game come out in a relatively friendly time frame.
A reminder, Coffee Talk 1 released in 2020 at the start of the pandemic. It's 2023 now, so that would mean if there were a Coffee Talk 3, the dev time would be relatively 3 years. Relatively.
Definitely not a bad turnaround time for sure, but also with
I think
the
it's a relative
passing of a
turnaround
creator could also stumble a bit just to try and see what else we can make together. But like you said, we got the comic team also. It's in their hands,
Right.
and there is that consistent through line that these people know how this started, how this is going, and where we should go.
Right. Can't really say I have too many more thoughts about other characters. Everyone else was pretty similar across the board. You know, Aqua, Myrtle, Gala, Hyde, goddamn, what's that one character's name? Shoot. The FIRE agent.
I don't think he had a name. I think it was just Agent.
He's just agent, you know, whatever. But I feel like besides those performances I noted, everyone stood out. Everyone was as they should be, as they were. Personally, I wish I could nail the Lucas voice as much as I have it in my head. I have the Lucas voice in my head. And would you agree that I have Lucas's intonation down? I just don't have his voice, because I can't. If I weren't voicing Bailey's, I could focus more on Lucas, because he has a lot more lines in the game, obviously. Because I've met Lucas before. I've been Lucas before. I know how he thinks and how he talks. But unfortunately, because I couldn't focus too much on Lucas, I couldn't give him my best. But I feel like I did my best with Lucas. Because I could replace old Bailey's with him.
Yeah. But no, I think you could give yourself a bit more credit with Lucas. I think you're in a good range for sure of just guy who probably means well, but sometimes will put his foot in his mouth.
He doesn't think.
Can have just a bit of that himbo-y vibe to it, just a bit, but like he is capable though, so it's not full himbo. But
No, definitely.
I mean,
There are a lot of times where you went up a bit too much, even though maybe the sentence didn't really call for it.
so
That
it's like-
happens because once again, not a professional voice actor. I do this with you once every 2 weeks, probably.
Yes.
And when I do a Lucas type voice, even though I love the excitement and energy he has, it really frays my throat. And after doing voice acting with you and by myself for so long, I've come to realize when actors like David Hayter say, yo, doing a certain voice kills me. Or when
For sure.
what's the voice actor's name for Virgil from Devil May Cry?
I couldn't tell you.
I know Ruben Langdon, but I don't
Yeah.
know the other gentleman's name. But how he first did Virgil with a stuffy nose, and it was the perfect Virgil, but afterwards he wasn't sick again, so he couldn't do it properly, and so that's
See.
always followed him, like he couldn't really do that voice.
Daniel Southworth.
Daniel Southworth, okay. But yeah, I kind of feel that way about trying to do Lucas. If I only had to do him for like 40 minutes, I can bang him out real easy. But because our sessions are so long, like we're coming up on 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like
That's-
doing Lucas over that extended period of time, it's murder in my throat. And even though I try to do my best, it doesn't come out properly all the time. Once again, not trained, doing it for the love of
Yeah.
it.
for sure, but for me, like, I can do raspy without damaging my throat, just because, I don't know, maybe that's just how I'm built. And not to say that I'm bragging, for sure, because,
Humble
like,
brag.
even, not even, but it's like, even, to, for example, Takahata 101. Like,
Takahata 101.
like, watching his, of course, the recent, like, watch-throughs, the most recent one that they're doing, and now Taka gets to sit in, thanks to visa issues being solved. But, no, he mentions, like, playing Imperfect Cell. Like, he can do it, but there's, like, a lot of times where that will kill his throat for a bit.
Just because you always gotta get down here. You gotta get raspy, but you still gotta give that oomph. You still, and
Right.
Especially, and then sometimes you gotta power up, and he still has to be Imperfect Cell. He still gotta... And it's like...
Right.
And like, and it's fun to watch them also like pinpoint, like, oh no, it's up here, right? When you're doing that, it's because they're all trained voice actors at that point. They know their craft very much. And they can even point out for someone else. But like, no, like, that for Taka, like that, he said that would still mess him up. Just because that's just the nature of that voice. And especially like, even for your professional DBZ actors, like, people will just pass out in the booth just because, well, I gotta scream for like 30 seconds straight. It's like, all right, cool.
God bless the 90-year-old lady who still voices Goku, and she's the world's oldest voice actress, and she's doing the most insane screaming for over a decade. And
but not
she
just for
does
Goku, not just Goku. Everyone who is a Goku.
Everyone who is a Goku.
Bardock included, Gohan throughout all the years.
Goku Black.
Pretty sure Turles, yeah, and Goku Black. I was like,
There's
no,
so many
everybody.
Gokus.
And she's got to do it all. And it's like, God bless.
Yeah, she kills it. So, well, that's it. I ain't got anything else. You got anything else?
Got nothing else other than thank you, viewer, if you stuck with us for this long. We do appreciate you listening to our rambles.
Or maybe not even just a viewer. Maybe for future Sin and Rules to look back on this, use this for reference, use it as a template or baseline to compare other thoughts with or other videos with. It'll be good because I know for a fact that I'll be listening to these recordings that we've done many times over. Not that I love the sound of my own voice, but I love hearing our conversations when sometimes I'm at work and I'm like, what did we talk about then? And hearing my excitement or how I did a voice or, critiquing myself. Or sometimes when I just want to have a peaceful moment and use my own voice as background noise. Because as I put in these videos and as I tell people, I love my videos to be background noise. I'm not putting down the effort you put in, but personally I feel like videos like these are very good, like, calming, atmospheric videos. Focusing on it really isn't the point. These are more so podcast-like formats, which I used a lot of these type of videos for. Atmospheric, definitely.
Yeah, I can respect that, and humbling that you would use me for such things. Even like, yes, this is also hopefully can help me in my training to eventually come into voice acting, which I am taking a course. So hopefully that will get the ball rolling that way. but still, it's still nice just not even be in the booth. I'm just casually just with pillows and microphone. It's just but talking with friend and we're doing voices and hey, I think we're doing a pretty dang good job.
Oh no, definitely. We've both improved dramatically over the course of this game. No matter how I feel about, my voice has been all over the place or your voice has been perfect, but sometimes audio isn't perfect. Like, we've both grown substantially throughout this. Like, even during the recordings of this, I gifted you a new microphone for your birthday because you are just that deserving of a better mic. And your quality has gone up through the roof. And I'm like, damn. So this is what full quality SinCama sounds like. Sure would be nice to have that all the time.
Apparently not even.
And I bet if you were to go back and listen to the first recording versus the last recording, you'll listen to yourself and go, that mic was kind of crappy. Or, maybe the editing wasn't so good here, but it's better here. 2 points of how improvement is seen across the board.
For sure. It's like, again, you can even tell with DBZA. It's like when they also know, it's like, hey, I got a new mic here. I sound a lot better.
Right.
He says like it's always nice to see how far we've come. But you can still go further.
We can still go further. And on that note, let's call it here. Thank you all for
All right.
joining us for our playthrough of Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. I hope to see you in our next playthrough, whatever that may be.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.